will be quite that lopsided tonight, but we'll see. I did notice during pregame warmups, I believe my math could be slightly off, but I only saw about 20 players dressed out. So that's a small team, not a ton of depth. We'll see affects them as we go tonight. So we'll have that coming up shortly. We are about just under 16 minutes till halftime. We're going to take another break and come back with our interview with LOA head coach Patrick Stewart and more. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
Doc 103.9.
Down South Diesel keeps them rolling. From maintenance and light-duty repairs to engine swaps. Down South. The full line of Tacticam reveal trail cameras and POV cams. Open 7 to 4 Monday through Friday. Down South Diesel, 1011 Commerce Drive, Madison, 706-319-0428.
Think about all that's important to you, your family, your possessions, your future. Tina Gregory from Country Financial reminds you all it takes is one phone call to her, and she'll be there to help with insurance to protect what matters most, and financial services that help you prepare for the future. Best of all, Tina aims to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. For coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call Tina Gregory at 706-942-6001 to chat about your insurance needs today.
For the best flooring deals on dry land, it's Madison Flooring. Lake Country family owned, Madison Flooring sells and installs hardwood, waterproof flooring, tile, laminate, and vinyl, plus countertops and custom interior rugs. Entry level to top quality, Madison Flooring has your best price with discounts for teachers and first responders. Shop the 8,000 square foot showroom on Eatonton Road in Madison. Open 8 to 6 weekdays, 10 to 2 Saturday. Madison Flooring.
Hey y'all, it's Mary from GMC. Did you know that Georgia Military College offers a place for you to earn your college degree with a side of Southern hospitality right here in Middle Georgia? The main campus of Georgia Military College, located in the heart of Milledgeville, is the perfect place for you to start your journey to a college education or pick up where you left off. We're enrolling now for all upcoming terms, so call 478-387-4846 today to get started.
Doc 103.9.
Welcome back to Tucker Field at Lake Oconee Academy for tonight's Game of the Week between Glen Hills and Lake Oconee Academy. It is the Titan Tailgate, the first home game of the season for LOA. The crowd is coming in, and they've got numbers tonight. You can tell it's the first game of the season. There are a lot of people here. The student body's showing out. We got burgers going. They got snow cones, everything.
That sounds good.
It's a festival out here. During pregame warmups, I was able to get down on the field and talk to LOA head coach Patrick Stewart. Let's hear that interview. This is Bobby Craig down on the field with Lake Oconee Academy head coach Patrick Stewart. Coach, team started 1-3 in the season with a pretty big win, a pretty big loss, and 2 real close losses. What needs work right now? What are y'all focusing on in practice to get more wins in the win column?
Yeah, so we've really focused on just us this week, and we had a really good wake-up call this past week against Brentwood, and we just went to work and we said, if you want to be great at this game, we had to really crank it up a notch and find out who our leaders are.
That's perfect. Leads me into my next question. You had some pretty big playmakers graduate last year. Who's been stepping up so far to fill some of those holes?
Yeah, Logan Davis, CJ Stenbridge, and Jake McDonald, they've done a great job. Griffin Sanford is our Mike linebacker as well on defense, leading the defense. What we struggle with, like last year, we had vocal guys. We have a lot of guys that lead by example. We're just trying to find that vocal leader.
All right, last question, the question I normally end with. What are the keys to coming out with a W tonight?
Playing to our standard and not playing to theirs. We got to play to our high standard, and another one, and we set it up even higher of a bar because the past 3 weeks have not been our football, and so we just got to get to our standard.
All right. Thank you for your time, Coach. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was Lake Oconee Academy head coach Patrick Stewart. You're listening to the high school game of the week on OSN.
Doc 103.9.
A reminder from the Greene County Farm Bureau.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, we don't have any talking lizards on the payroll. Sure, they're funny, but we'd rather hire more agents with more training to make sure you save more money on the best auto coverage available. We're old-fashioned that way. Also, talking lizards? Not real. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed too.
Real service, real people. That's Farm Bureau Insurance.
See David Urshanda at your Greene County Farm Bureau Insurance Agency on South Main Street in Greensboro. Call 706-453-7562.
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance Company, Georgia Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company, Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
Mr. C's Rent-to-Own in downtown Greensboro offers name-brand furniture, electronics, and appliances at low, affordable weekly or monthly rates. And at Mr. C's Pawn Shop, they'll pay top dollar for almost anything of value. Find out why your locally owned and operated Mr. C's was voted the best pawn shop in Georgia's Lake Country. Got some stuff you don't need? Bring it to Mr. C's for cash. Mr. C's Rent-Own and Pawn Shop on West Green Street, downtown Greensboro.
Greensboro Tire Pros has been servicing vehicles reliably for generations. Family owned and operated for over 42 years. They're here to make certain your car or truck is keeping its promise to you. Their straightforward approach to tire and auto service includes nationwide warranties, honest advice, and a great selection of Continental tires for passenger cars, trucks, and SUVs. Take the stress out of tire shopping. Install Continental tires today at Greensboro Tire Pros. Visit in-store or online anytime.
The ultimate summer essential, sunglasses for the adventurous at heart. The Sun Center at Lake Oconee Eye Care keeps you stylish and protected, offering the brands you love and premium UV protection with a wide range of classic to trendy designs and vibrant colors. Express your unique style while enjoying the summer sun. Pick up your favorite sunglasses from the Sun Center at Lake Oconee Eye Care and let the adventures begin. The brands you love are at the Sun Center at Lake Oconee Eye Care. Stay stylish, stay protected.
Doc 103.9.
Welcome back to the game of the week. We are at Lake Oconee Academy in Greensboro, Georgia for the game of the week between Glen Hills and Lake Oconee Academy. We just had a pregame interview with LOA head coach Patrick Stewart. You just missed the national anthem sung by the middle school choir here very beautifully.
I think that was really professionally done.
It was very well done.
And I wish backed up well by the band.
Yeah, I wish we could have put that on over the air. We're about 9 minutes until kickoff. I believe the teams are about to run off here shortly. Let's kind of talk about what we think we're going to see tonight. What do you think you're going to see here, Fred?
Well, I think as we talked about before going on the air that we expect to see a running game from LOA. They'll pass as selectively needed, but they're going to try to, dominate the ground game.
Absolutely. I'm interested to see line play on both sides of the ball, what that offensive and defensive line does. And like always, I'll be keeping an eye out for our Rail EMC lineman of the week. And LOA's got some guys on the line. They got some big fellas. So that'll be fun to look at. I'm interested. Obviously, we're the home team radio show, so we're rooting for LOA, but I'm interested to see what Glen Hills has because like we've said, looking on paper, they've had a rough season. I'd like to see what kind of fight they have in them still. Yeah,
I'd like to see them be competitive. They came a long way today to play this. They have a very small team, under 20 guys on the roster that are dressed for this game, and so that'll be hard for them to get a breather throughout this game. But that's nice to see them, coming here to fight. We'll see what happens.
And it begs the question that maybe I should have asked Coach Stewart. I didn't think about it till right now. But when you're the favored team like LOA is tonight, are they going to come out hungry to get another win? So they've only got one in the win column, or may they be looking past a team that they think they'll beat and come out a little flat? We've seen both happen in the past with all three teams that we cover on the station here. So we'll just have to see. I'm also, like I mentioned, I'm interested to see LOA's got a couple of injuries, probably the most prominent, John Funderburk. I'm interested to see who steps up in his absence since he's leading the team in receptions. Is somebody going to take his place and really shine tonight? Yeah, well,
they've had a good run game for this season so far, so they may fall back on that, at least initially, see how they do in the beginning of this game.
Before we get to kick off, we've got about 6.5 minutes. Let's take a look at our games in the area that we'll be keeping you updated on tonight as well. We have Harlem traveling to Baldwin County. You're listening to Glen Hills versus Lake Oconee Academy. Butler travels to Washington Wilkes. Robert Toombs visits Briarwood. Lincoln County at Elbert County. Thomas Jefferson at Brentwood. Mount DeSales visits Gatewood Academy. Creekside Christian plays GMC Prep. Glasscock County is playing Edmund Burke. We'll keep you updated, especially on Greene County at Laney. Warren County plays at Hancock Central. Jackson plays at Jasper County. John Millage is visiting Bullock Academy. Jones County is playing Union Grove. We'll also keep an eye on Cedar Shoals at Morgan County. We actually called that game last year. That was a fun game to watch. Loganville Christian is at Piedmont Academy. Thompson is at Swainsboro, and Wilkinson County visits Ace Charter. I could be mistaken, but I believe this is the last week of non-region play. So we're going to see teams like LOA, Greene County, Washington Wilkes, Warren, and Lincoln County playing each other over the next few weeks to decide that region. We've mentioned before with the Greene County games that we've called how they don't have a region loss yet. And I believe you only have to finish third in your region to make the playoffs. So there's still a lot of football to go.
Do you know anything about Cedar Shoals? Because I'd say Morgan County looked really, really good when we saw them last week at Greensboro.
Yes, we called the Morgan County Cedar Shoals game last year, and Morgan County beat them pretty handily, but they were kind of in a rebuilding phase, kind of like Greene County is. They lost a lot of players to graduation. I wouldn't be surprised if Cedar Shoals is a good bit better this year. I would say that Morgan is still probably better, but I think it's going to be a closer game than it was last year. We are just under 4.5 minutes till kickoff. We're going to take one more break, and then we'll come back with your game of the week. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on OSN.
Doc 103.9.
It's gig season, and that means Sparklight has 1 gig internet to cover every room and power every device every day. Get reliable 1 gig internet on our fiber-fueled network for $29.95 a month for the first 3 months. Available with intelligent Wi-Fi powered by Eero. Call 888-998-8630 or visit sparklight.com. Sparklight, always working for you. Auto pay and paperless billing required for promotional rate, $69.95 a month for months 4 to 12. Regular rate $90 a month. Equipment, taxes, surcharges, and fees not included. Eero and all related marks or trademarks of Amazon.com Inc., Eero LLC, or its affiliates. Restrictions apply.
Arcella Mining and Land Company is hiring both Class A and Class B truck drivers for local hauling. We offer affordable health, dental, and vision insurance, company-paid life insurance, matching 401k, and driver retention bonuses. Arcella Mining and Land, an equal opportunity employer in drug-free workplace.
Learn more about Arcilla Mining and Land Company, including why you should join the Arcilla Mining team. Visit arcillamining.com. To apply, find Arcilla on Indeed.com and on Facebook.
Pizza, wings, and friends. Sure, at Amici we're known for our hot, delicious pizza and steaming, juicy jumbo wings, but we're so much more than that. How about Amici's crisp specialty salads, perfectly balanced pastas, soups, fries, sandwiches, and an appetizer menu that will knock your socks off? So visit us online to find your neighborhood Amici and come home to a place that's got something for everyone. Amici. Come in, grab a bite, relax.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to feel stronger, healthy, and more energized? Underground Strength and Wellness is Lake Oconee's new walk-in clinic for prescription weight loss, hormone replacement therapy, thyroid optimization, peptide therapy, IV hydration, and vitamin injections. Get direct, personalized care from our nurse practitioner to tackle low energy, low libido, and other healthcare concerns. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, located at 1041 Parkside Commons, Suite 101, next to Frank's Chiropractic. Underground Strength and Wellness, Lake Oconee.
Doc 103.9.
Welcome back to the High School Game of the Week between Glen Hills and Lake Oconee Academy. We are 2 minutes till kickoff. The captains are at midfield for the coin flip. And it appears there's the flip. It looks like Glen Hills won.
I think they're going to defer.
It does look like Glen Hills is going to defer, so the game will start with Lake Oconee Academy having the ball. There it is over the loudspeaker to paint you a picture if Jeff and Christy are listening, and anybody else who likes to know. Glen Hill's colors are white, light blue, and black. They're wearing black helmets, black pants, white shirts with light blue numbering and lettering. Lake Oconee Academy is in their white helmets with blue LOA on the side and a yellow strip down the middle with black jerseys and black pants with white and blue numbering and lettering.
And the 4 captains for LOA, Jake McDonald, quarterback, CJ Stembridge, running back, linebacker, Griffin Stanford, linebacker, and Logan Davis, offensive line and defensive line.
Yeah, and those are the same players that Coach Stewart mentioned as being leaders who've stepped up in the absence of some of the seniors that graduated last year. And here come the teams. LOA running onto the field with their big LOA flags and an American flag leading the way.
Likely in honor of 9/11.
I would think so. The boys are fired up, ready to get after it. First home game of the season for LOA. They started with 3 straight away games. They'll have a home game, actually homecoming next week, and then something like 3 or 4 more away games before their next home game.
Well, I'll tell you, they look like they have a size advantage, that's for sure.
Yeah, they do. Glen Hills does not look like they have a ton of size.
Are those gentlemen that just came over with their shorts on and everything, they are in the injured squad?
Yes, I believe so. And that can affect the team. LOA doesn't have too many guys on the bench right now injured, but those are things you want to keep an eye on as we head, like I said, into region play starting next week. All right, LOA heading to the field to receive the kick. Glen Hills lining up to kick it off.
Lots of players wearing those padded helmets.
Yeah, it's interesting. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's becoming more popular in the NFL, generally after injury.
Right.
This is probably more of a preventive measure, I would say.
That's what I was just about to say with us. I mean, that's a very shallow bench across the field over there, so they probably don't want anybody getting hurt.
Beautiful football field here.
It is, and the weather, again, this is our third week in a row with pretty much perfect weather. Not a cloud in the sky, a little warm, but getting cooler.
Yeah. And this is our first rooftop coverage.
Right, yeah. We're out in the elements today, on the roof.
Good thing it's not raining, and I don't see a cloud in the sky, so that's good. A good omen.
All right, there's the whistle, and here is the kickoff.
Little squib. It looks like it is going to be fielded by LOA and stopped immediately at 25. So it's actually a very effective kickoff.
Mm-hmm. All right, that was CJ Stembridge with the catch. He didn't really return it much. He got caught it and got pushed out of bounds, but they'll start at 25. We'll see what they can do.
We'll give him 1 as a return.
Yeah. He did kind of fall forward.
Definitely a size advantage with LOA. You can see the offensive line in comparison. There's, perhaps even a foot difference in some of these players. So I suspect we'll see them probably start and run the football initially. Let's see what happens.
So.
Hands off right up the middle. And that's a pickup of 5, even 6 yards. So it's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, like we thought.
That's number 4.
Fed CJ Stembridge. He just plowed right through it.
Yeah, it looks like so. 6 yards already. 7, actually. Yeah, so they're almost 7. Jake McDonald under center. Man in motion to the right, up the middle. Number 4 again, CJ Stembridge, and he's got a first down. That's 14 yards of rushing already.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're just happy to keep doing this all the way down the field. Keep the clock running, keep the ball running.
Yep. Very nice. Again, with the line size, they should be able to do that. the linebacker core for these guys are for the opponents is pretty small. That's going to the outside, number 6 this time. Didn't get much, just a yard or two, and that is Cam Geeter.
Yeah, you can see they stacked Glen Hills stacked the box on that one, trying to stop this run, so they tried to kind of sweep it outside, but not much there for Cam Jeter.
Well, it's a good stop for Glen Hills. You know, that should give them a little bit of momentum. Still a pretty tight offensive sack. Well, we have a jump there. I think that would be, unless there was movement by the guard, I think that will be a defensive offside.
Yeah, I think quarterback Jake McDonald got him with the false snap.
No,
yep.
Yep, there they go.
Offsides on Glen Hills. He did. I mean, he jumped all the way across the line.
He sure did.
He bit for that hard count. So that's going to give LOA 5 free yards.
Yeah. Ref almost gave him an extra one.
So it's 2nd and 2 now.
LOA's taking their time. You know, it feels right to do. They have good control of this so far. There's the snap. There's a run right up the middle for a first down. And that probably was number 4 again. Yes, it was.
That was Stembridge again.
Yep.
And what I like to see, what they're setting up is an option here. They're putting a wide receiver. I mean, this is the old school, basically old school flex bone, wishbone type thing. One of these tight ends of these wide receivers is going in motion. One of these days they're going to fake it to Stembridge and toss it out, and that guy's going to be wide open because Glen Hills is continuing to stack the box to try to stop Stembridge, and it's not working.
Now they're going the other way with the man in motion and rotating to the right and throwing down the field. Incomplete. Maybe a pass interference call. We'll see.
Yeah. McDonald had a defender right on his back, got rid of it right in time, but there is a flag on the play, and it is in the area of pass interference. Let's wait and see what the refs have to say.
Glen Hills coach wasn't reacting positively to the team on that.
No, he was not.
So I have a feeling that that penalty is on Glen Hills.
Holding.
Really?
On Glen Hills.
Oh, so defensive holding. That'll be an automatic first down. They'll move the chains and get an automatic first down.
So LOA is now on the 38-yard line, the Glen Hills 38-yard line. Steadily moving down the field.
Well, we're in a shotgun formation now. Jake McDonald will be receiving this. He's going to, looks like he might want to try to throw. Oh, here we go. Inside handoff on going from the outside, and he's gained about 15 yards or so. And we do have a flag.
I think this is coming back for a hold.
Yep.
I believe that was a jet sweep handoff.
Yeah, it was
Cam
well
Jeter.
timed.
It was.
It was well timed. They've practiced that, obviously, because they had the timing just right.
And it is going to be.
It's an illegal motion. So maybe the 2 men were moving, perhaps.
Yeah, there was. I saw a player jump kind of when Jeter went in motion, and that's frustrating.
First and 15 from the 43 of Glen Hills. Quarterback in shotgun again. 2 running backs on either side. And there is the handoff inside to number 16.
He's still going.
And
he's still going.
And he's going to get
gone.
He's going to get a touchdown. And that is Marcus Rhodes.
Touchdown.
That's his first
Lake
carry of the
Oconee
game.
Academy.
That's,
Impressive.
43 yards on his first carry. That's a good average run.
Absolutely. And he broke about 3 or 4 tackles. He just charged through the line.
Yeah, very nicely done.
Glenn Hills was just sticking out arms instead of putting bodies in front of him, and he just pushed them out of the way. So number 3, Leo Enestrosa, will come out for the extra point.
Yeah, you were saying he's quite a soccer player as well, right?
He is.
So he's a
He's got
football kicker and a soccer player.
He's got a leg on him for sure.
He's a junior. Here is the kick, and it is good. Straight through the middle. 7-0. LOA.
This update brought to you by State Representative Trey Rhodes, proudly serving as your state representative from District 124. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
Fixing things just got easier. The new Ace Hardware Madison is right in your backyard on Eatonton Road, featuring brand name power equipment from Gravely, Aaron's, and Echo. Ace Hardware Madison is your outdoor grilling place for Big Green Egg, Traeger, Weber, Blackstone, and more. And when you have painting to do, they have Benjamin Moore, Clark and Kensington, and Royal. For the best brands plus award-winning service, it's Ace Hardware Madison, 2640 Eatonton Road.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Doc 103.9.
And we're back at Tucker Field at Lake Oconee Academy. Lake Oconee has just scored their first touchdown of the game. It is now 7-0 LOA, kicking off to Glen Hills for Glen Hills' first possession of the game. A deliberate, methodical drive down the field all the way from the 25-yard line for the touchdown by LOA. Made it look kind of easy.
And now you got Leo Enestrosa kicking off. Let's see if he can get that all the way back to the opposite end zone. There's a kick. It is pretty deep. It is down to the 5-yard line. Picked up by caught by number 4. Very nice return. Getting it up to the 29. And that was... I don't have a number 4 on my roster.
Either. Number 4, though, with a good, like you said, a good return and good blocking by Glen Hills on the return as well.
Very good. Came up right up the right side of the middle, stayed within the hash marks, and they looked really good on that. So they have the ball on the 29. This is going to be their first offensive series.
And LOA usually on defense only has 3 down linemen. They've got 52 Christian Robbins, 79 Nathan Bragg, and number 50 Logan Davis. Nathan Bragg also center on offensive line.
That's a bulky front 3, though, and they look like they are pretty formidable there. All right, here comes the snap. It is right back to the quarterback and in the shotgun position, quickly brought down. Who was the person who did that?
I believe that was 19 Alden Barreras, sophomore.
Outside linebacker, outside linebacker.
So it's a loss of a yard on Glen Hill's first play.
Quarterback looked quick with that. He was running pretty fast, but he just didn't have the blockers out front. Very small roster for Glen Hills. So they'll be having a lot of people playing lots of time in this game. There is another run to the left side. Was that also the quarterback again keeping it?
No, that was the handoff, but he did not get – I think he actually maybe lost another yard. LOA is just in a straight man-to-man defense, and as soon as that ball's snapped, they're flying to it.
Yeah, 3rd and 10. Did pick up 1 to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Look at this matchup between number 7 and number 2 for LOA. That's a big
That
guy.
is a big, tall difference there. Oh, and he was open also.
Yep.
That was a bad throw. They off to out of bounds to the left, but if they had hit that number 7 in the over here by the 40-yard line, they might have had a first down.
That looks like Jaden Lewis, I think. He's a tall fella, and they had number 2 for LOA, Corion Jernigan, guarding him, which Corion's a good defensive player, but yeah, that number 7's got a solid foot on him.
Okay, the ineligible downfield for Glen Hills, and so now it'll be a punt.
Interested to see, first game watching LOA, do they bring pressure here? Do they try to block the punt, or do they count on number 6 back there, Cam Jeter, to see what he can do? He is a fast fella.
Yeah, I think they'll probably try to set up a return here, just because they're going to they'll get very good field position. Look at number 50.
Oh,
boy, almost blocked. Almost blocked. Oh, I thought that may have hit someone on the way down.
It was
very close, but actually turned out to be a fabulous kick. It's on the 23-yard line down with no return.
And that was number 4, CJ Stembridge, with the near block. I mean, he missed it by inches. So we're seeing CJ all over the field tonight.
That was skipping down the field on the ground. I just can't believe it didn't hit anybody.
So LOA is going to start the ball about the same place they did last drive. They're on the, 23? Yep.
1st and 10 on the 23. Jake McDonald at the helm. CJ Stembridge in the backfield. I think we're going to be calling their names a lot tonight.
I have a feeling you're right.
Man in motion, pitch outside, number 6, Cam Jeter.
Yep,
and
he's
what
up.
A very nice run. That looks like he picked up about 25 yards, 24 yards.
And I think they're about to add 10 or 15 to it, because that looked like he got hit way up high. There might be a face mask or something on that. There's definitely a flag on the ground. But that's what I mentioned earlier. They've been handing it off to Stembridge over and over again. This time, they faked the handoff and tossed it to Jeter.
Very nice game plan so far.
All right,
LOA picking up the field, or the flag.
Yeah, and LOA is not moving up the field yet. So
here we go. Oh, there it is.
I was right. Face mask. So they're going to get a lot of yards now.
They're putting that all the way up to the 42 of Glen Hills.
That's the 3rd penalty we've seen by Glen Hills already, just in this about halfway through this first quarter.
Very tight coverage on this near right side or left side. There's a fake outside. Okay, he is the quarterback running to the outside on a fake up the middle, and it looks like he picked up 8. So that's a pickup of 8 and a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, they went with that option look. McDonald kept the ball, dove forward, and got a good pickup.
They spotted it back one. I'd call it now more like 3, but it's still very good first down play. We've got 6:16 to go in the first quarter. They're doing a nice job of using the clock. Number 6 in motion. There's the up the middle. Number 4. That is CJ Stembridge.
It's going to get him the first down. And I was just thinking, it's interesting after watching Morgan County last week, who's go, on the ball real fast, wanting to move. LOA is moving at a methodical, deliberate pace, taking up plenty of the clock. We've only seen 1 pass attempt so far.
Yeah, and I think they know that they have the better team, and they're probably just working on some things and using clock and being respectful in this game. Their Quarterback rolls out and drops
got a
back.
man.
He's got a man wide open.
Gosh.
He looked before he
Yep.
caught it. Yeah, so he was looking for who was in front of him to see where he was going to take that ball, and it hit him in the shoulder pads.
That was Marcus Rhodes who scored the first touchdown, and he did. He had him right in the chest, and Rhodes just turned his head right as the ball got to him, didn't secure it, popped out of his hands, and that was probably going to be a touchdown again if he catches that ball.
Definitely would have been.
That was a good ball by McDonald.
It was beautifully thrown.
Mm-hmm.
It was between two defenders and had to be right there, and it was perfectly done. Receiver just had to look for it.
Little confusion for LOA.
Definitely. We got the man in motion. It's inside handoff, number 6. Cam Jeter,
he's in.
And he is. We've got a flag.
He's not quite in.
Yeah,
he's
down.
tackled at the 5, and that's going to come back. It's in the area of holding. But yeah, another one of those little jet sweep plays.
Yep.
But that's frustrating. A hold again for LOA. You know, it's game 4. You can't use early in the season jitters as an excuse anymore. That stuff's got to be cleaned up, especially going into region play.
So that will be 2nd and 17.
All right, LOA in the huddle, breaking the huddle now.
Man in motion again. That quarterback rolls left, throws over his shoulder, and what a beautiful throw to number 16, Marcus Rhodes.
Marcus Rhodes again. That's 2 touchdowns for him. And
Beautiful.
he redeems the drop that was going to be for a touchdown just 2 plays ago.
Exactly. Well done. He threw that back against, as he was rolling left, he threw it back right, and had quite a bit on it. Probably 45 yards down the field.
Yeah, that was an impressive throw by Jake McDonald.
It was.
All right, we got the extra point here for Inestrosa. He's 1 for 1 so far. Glen Hills brought pressure last time.
He's a good kicker, and from what we understand,
good.
A good soccer player as well.
So that touchdown and extra point makes it 14-0 LOA with exactly 5 minutes left. This update brought to you by Greene County Sheriff Donnie Harrison and the Greene County Sheriff's Office. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
For over 15 years, Covington Hearth & Home has been making dreams come true inside and outside of your home. Whether you're looking for a wood or gas-burning fireplace, one with lots of heat or only for looks. Plus, Covington Hearth & Home sells, services, and installs gas grills, wood stoves, and outdoor kitchens, and more. Check out their mobile display trailer for real fire gas logs. Online at CovingtonHearthAndHome.com or call Jack Frost at 706-318-4145.
Doc 103.9.
And we're back at Lake Oconee Academy. The game, Glen Hills versus LOA. LOA has just scored their 2nd touchdown of the game. It is now 14-0 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Leo Inestrosa is lining up to kick off to Glen Hills. Last possession, Glen Hills, I believe, gained 1 yard before they had to punt. We'll see if they can get the ball moving this time. Here's the kick.
Nicely done.
Yeah, there it is.
Through the end zone. Beautiful kick. They'll get it up to 20.
Yeah, there was a point. You mentioned Inestrosa's got a heck of a leg on him. He has 2 field goals on the year already. There was one point in the year last season where he had the season record for longest field goal. I think it only lasted a week or 2, but he hit one from, I think, 55 yards in a game.
That's pro quality.
Yeah, he's good. LOA defense was able to get a lot of penetration and stop the run on the last possession. We also mentioned how we saw number 7 for Glen Hills wide open on a pass play. Let's see if they make an adjustment and if they can make something out of that.
Yeah, he's out here on the right. He's quite tall. There's the snap. Quarterback's going up. Oh. Yeah, exactly. It was between the two receivers. There was a guy in the flat, which was number 3 for Glen Hills, and Curtis Mitchell. And he fell down, and the other guy who was on the number 7, don't have his number in our roster, but he was down the middle of the field.
And that kind of just looked like a busted play.
Yeah.
Number 3 got tripped up. He probably could have made the catch, but he also had 2 defenders around him. It wouldn't have gotten too much.
Far at all. Yep. So 3 and 7 are out again, flanked right. There's snap. Quarterback looking. He's throwing deep down the left side. This could get picked off. No, just the hand fought for it and incomplete.
Yeah, and there was hand fighting on both sides, but quarterback, his receiver turned into a DB.
Yeah.
He kind of underthrew that.
He couldn't get it all the way there. He was at the 50. QB was at about the 15, so it's 35 yards down the field, and he just couldn't lead him enough.
Well defended by number 5, Dylan Hyder for LOA.
Very well done. Very well done. Third and 10. Glen Hills is having a hard time generating some offense so far.
There was actually a flag on that for ineligible receiver, but LOA is declining it to continue into third down.
Yeah, I think that's a respectful move as well. There's the snap, rolling to the left. Quarterback's trying to keep it. Oh, he comes back to the right. Beautifully done, and he's going to get a first down and more. Well done. Up to the 49. Really well done. He's got some speed.
He does.
Oh, and he just did a little bit of a first down, little move there to show that he knows that he beat him to that spot.
And that was just straight over pursuit by the LOA defensive line. They were all in the backfield, but they kind of ran past him.
That's
Quarterback
right.
was able to step up and get a big gain.
And no contain. That tells you, those outside players who are on the offside need to be holding their position so that if something like that cuts back, you've got somebody there to protect.
Right. Especially when they get into region play, because there's a couple of quarterbacks in this region who like to run.
All right, first down. It's up to the 47. First and 10. Glen Hills ball. There's a handoff. And a fumble. That looks like LOA has that. And, he was smothered by 3 tacklers. Someone stripped it.
Yep.
And out it came. And so now that LOA's got the ball back on the 45 of Glen Hills.
And now is Griffin Stanford, number 35, on the tackle. I did not see who picked up the ball.
Oh, they are not calling
so they're saying
he was down.
Okay.
Or maybe it was recovered by Glen Hills.
Possibly. Either way, we're going to have a timeout by Glen Hills. This update brought to you by Madison Car Care on Confederate Road in Madison. We'll be right back after the timeout. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
Mike's Tire Depot is your smooth ride specialist. Family owned, family run for 30 plus years. Now with 3 locations providing fast, friendly service and same day turnarounds. Major brands include Toyo, Michelin, and Nitto. Always stocked and loaded with new and used tires, wheels, lift kits, and trailers. Mike's Tire Depot also offers front end and brake work. Open 8 to 5 weekdays, 8 to 2 Saturdays in Madison, Covington, and their newest location on Harmony Road in Eatonton, a mile west of the Pyramid.
WDDK Greensboro, Madison, Eatonton, a proud member of the Oconee Radio Group. Doc 103.9.
And we're back at Tucker Field at Lake Oconee Academy. The score is 14-0 LOA. 2nd and 12 after what looked like a fumble. We believe the refs called him down before the ball came out. but it is 2nd and 12 for Glen Hills in their second possession.
Glen Hills looks like they have some size on that offensive line. Number 66. Again, we don't have an accurate roster for them, but he's a very big man on that right side tackle. There's a handoff inside, number 11. Laverne Robinson, and it will be 2nd.
And something
2nd and 11.
Something I noticed
3rd and
there.
11.
Something I noticed there too. LOA got the stop on the run, but number 55, Akeem Red on the left side of the defensive line was not pursuing. He was in that contain after we saw that big quarterback run. He was ready for that.
Smart. There's a snap. Quarterback rolling right. He is running all the way with nothing there. No gain on the play whatsoever. It will be 4th and 11.
And that was the same thing that I just said. Again, number 55, Akeem Red, was not pursuing the ball. He was just moving laterally in front of the quarterback, so the quarterback couldn't make it up the field. He could only move left and right. The other defenders were able to come in and get the tackle.
Very well done.
Good change there and good eyes by the LOA coaching staff.
Yes, and good execution.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to have another punt. It's 4th and 11. We're at about 3 minutes in the first quarter. LOA brought the heat last time. CJ Stembridge almost had a block. Let's see what they do here.
2 men way left.
I noticed that.
Way left on the line.
But LOA
maybe that's just to reduce the heat. To get a couple guys outside. We must have a delay of game here, I would suspect.
Yep. So that's going to back them up. Exactly what they call. Yeah, and LOA's defense, they've been in man-to-man the whole time, so they have those 2 receivers on the far side of the field. LOA's got 2 guys right there with them, but I think you're right. I think that's just to space them out and take some of that heat away from the punt block.
Exactly. And if by any chance LOA were to decide to leave those guys open, they would probably spank it and throw it out there. All right, that's a skip snap. It was fielded well by the punter, and it was bouncing a bit and picked up by number 6.
That's Cam Jeter with a spin. He's still up. He's at the 50.
Still going, and he's
45.
Good return. Probably a 40-yard return.
And I think they're going to add yards to this because I think that was another face mask by Glen Hills. So he ran it back to the Glen Hills 42, but I think they're going to add yards to this. Unless they saw something I didn't. The flag's right where the tackle was made, so it would seem that it would be some sort of infraction on that. 2 minutes, 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Score is 14-0 LOA.
We had such a fast start to the game, and they were eating a lot of clock, and it's been slowed down since then. Quite a few penalties, quite a few stoppages. They're picking up the flag, but
so it looks like it's coming.
Oh, illegal use of hands in the block.
And I think a block in the back. Yeah, exactly. So that's actually going to come back.
Way back, actually. Yep. So it must have been a spot of the foul that they're going back to. Yeah.
Oof. So a really big return by Cam Jeter negated. I don't know who it was that threw the block in the back, but that's frustrating too.
That's a 45-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Or 50-yard penalty even. Wow, all the way back to the 9 from the 42.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a 50-yard penalty, a 49-yard penalty. That's a very, very big mistake. So that foul occurred right where the receiver caught the ball.
Mm-hmm. LOA, though, has had no problem moving the ball.
That's true. And, this just gives them a little chance to work off some clock. All right, here's the handoff. Oh, Broken tackle to the left side, and only a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, a little better defense there by Glen Hills.
Looks like Glen Hills has brought in a few larger players.
It does.
To, kind of hold the line a bit. With such a small roster, I'm sure they have to rotate guys in and out in order to, otherwise you're going to be exhausted. Second and 7, the scoreboard says. And there's a pitch to the outside, and he's got good running room. That's a first down, and that is Cam Jeter.
And he did. He had one man to beat. Looked like number 3 for Glen Hills, tackled him from behind. If he doesn't dive and make that tackle, Cam Jeter was in the end zone. So a first down for LOA. Seeing what we've seen all game, just methodically and deliberately matriculating down the field. Looks like Greene County's down 16-0 to Laney.
How's Laney?
I'm really not sure.
Pass outside to the right, and a little floater that only gained really a yard.
Yeah, Jake McDonald.
It was a risky play. He was covered pretty heavily.
Yeah, he had 3 Glen Hills Spartans in his face and kind of just threw it up.
Yeah.
No loss on the play. He actually gained about a yard.
Yeah, it was a very he shouldn't have he lofted it up, though. He should have just thrown it down at his feet, and that would have given him another chance. Glen Hills is doing better on defense. Maybe it's these larger linemen that they brought in to try to, create a little bit more distraction. Here they come. Here's the snap. There's the handoff to the inside guy going to the left. A very good tackle. Probably a yard short, it looks like, of the first down.
That was 16, Marcus Rhodes again. We've called his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, I think that's a 3rd and 1.
It is going to do it for the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, where LOA is up 14-0. Each week, Rail EMC is proud to salute the hard work of the on-field performance of area high school linemen. We'll announce this week's lineman at the end of the game.
We're excited to hear about that.
Absolutely. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
A reminder from C.W. Smith Insurance.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
CCW Smith Insurance in downtown Greensboro, your auto owner's insurance agency. Call 706-453-2278.
Doc 103.9.
That's this year.
And we're back. Game of the week between Lake Oconee Academy and Glen Hills.
Tell us about the cheerleaders.
We're between the first and second quarter. They're honoring last year's state champions, the state champion competition cheer team. LOA had a number of state champions last year. They were state champions in competition cheer, girls golf, boys soccer. Girls soccer team played in the state championship and lost.
I wonder if some of them are out to college now and they're coming back.
They've got a couple for sure.
Very nice. Very nice. Good to see them back and good to see them celebrated for a fabulous accomplishment.
All right, second quarter. It is 3rd and 1. LOA at about the 31-yard line. Up 14-0.
And Glen Hills has done a better job with the larger men inside on the line to just create havoc for LOA. LOA still has the game well under control. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and 1. There's the snap. It's a handoff to the right, and it's going to be a first down. And that is Jake McDonald. We've called him a lot today already. That looks like a 4-yard gain and a first down for LOA.
And he was able to get those 4 yards by a great block by running back CJ Stembridge. You love to see a running back who's willing to get down and dirty like that.
Exactly.
Because he did. He was getting after it.
Yeah, that is good when they're partners and blocking for each other. That is exactly what you want to see. All right, 1st and 10 on the 36. There's the snap. Throws it out to the right, almost like a screen. It was a forward pass. I think they've lost a couple on that.
That was number 10, Omar Delgado.
Yeah, I think that's going to be 2nd and 12.
I'm sorry, that was number 10, Ty Hyder. Ty Hyder with the catch there, but he could not get his ankles out from that Glen Hills player's hands, and it looks like Glen Hills has a defensive lineman down. So we're going to take a quick injury timeout. This is brought to you by State Representative Trey Rhodes, proudly serving as your state representative from District 124. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
Hear that? That's how plumbing problems start. This is how they end. With a call to Grimes Plumbing. The Grimes family has been keeping the lake area flowing for 4 generations with trusted, reliable service for your home or business. Repairs, inspections, installations. We do it all. Just give us a call. Call Grimes anytime. Grimes Plumbing, 478-452-9175. That's 478-452-9175. Or visit llgrimes.com.
Doc 103.9.
And we're back from the injury timeout. The injured player, I believe, just got the breath knocked out of him. He's walking off the field of his own power. The game, Lake Oconee Academy versus Glen Hills at Lake Oconee Academy. The score 14-0, 11 minutes left in the second quarter. It is 2nd and 9. I believe that's incorrect.
I think it's 2nd and 12.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But that's okay.
Looking at the scoreboard instead of the markers right in front of me. All right, they got them spread out here in the shotgun.
Yeah, this looks like they're going to throw, but no, it's an inside handoff to number 15, and 16. Oh my, he has lost a very large amount of yards there.
And that was Marcus Rhodes again, who scored both touchdowns, but he was trying to do too much there.
Way too much.
And it's easy to say up here in the booth, a kid wants to make a play, but if he'd just gone down at the first contact, it's a loss of like 2 or 3 yards. Now it's a loss of about 10.
Yeah.
Maybe not 10, 7 or 8. Still. Really,
generous spot,
right?
It seems like, yeah.
This is the first possession we've seen where LOA's kind of looked out of sorts. They haven't moved the ball quite as well. It's 3rd and long here.
They do have a 14-point lead, but can't relax.
Right.
There's the snap. Okay, he's rolling right. He's got plenty of room. He's going deep. And wide open. Number 10.
Ty Hyder in the end zone.
What a beautiful play. Boy, how could they let them get so far behind him?
Yeah,
behind them.
He just toasted his defender, and there was nobody there. And again, great block by C.J. Stembridge to give Jake McDonald a couple extra seconds to throw that ball, and he put it on the money, just right over the shoulder.
Perfect throw. And for the running back, C.J. Stembridge, who we've seen now at least 4 or 5 great blocks.
Absolutely.
When he's not having the ball, that is really playing great football, because that's just giving the quarterback time to throw that ball all the way down the field. What a fantastic
And
play.
a reminder, he's just a sophomore. He's going to grow some more. He's going to get better.
And he looks big even now, so he's he's a strong kid. I think that's really, really good. And that kick is good.
All right, that makes it 21-0, 9 minutes, 46 seconds left. This update brought to you by Greene County Sheriff Donnie Harrison in the Greene County Sheriff's Office. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
Oconee Valley Healthcare continues to grow, offering complete healthcare for your family. OV Health welcomes Dr. Grace Ajase, offering complete medical care for your foot, heel, ankle pain, athlete's foot, fractures, diabetic foot care, strains, sprains, and more. Dr. Ajase is located at the OV Health Specialty Clinic at the downtown Greensboro location each Monday through Friday. Be well and log on to ovhealth.org.
Doc 103.9.
Speed.
And we're back at Lake Oconee Academy. The score now 21-0 LOA. 9:46 left in the half. Leo Enestrosa just added on the extra point. Now he's coming out for the kickoff. Both of his kickoffs we've seen so far made it. One made it to about the 5-yard line. The other one went into the end zone. I imagine he's going to try to boot this one out of the end zone as well.
Now they're backing up a little bit, giving him the respect that he deserves, given the the previous 2 kicks. Number 4 a little deeper, but he's on this side of the field, which is the shorter way, which is also intelligent. Now it's kind of a squib, very nicely done. Oh, and blows it by.
End up in the end zone.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So in high school, they don't have to actually get to that ball, and if it goes in the end zone, it's automatic.
No,
touchback.
Once it's in the end zone, it's a touchback. That ball looked more like some of the kicks Leo Enestrosa makes on the soccer field, just kind of straight and curving, and then curving in the end.
Skipped into the end zone.
All right, Glen Hill's last possession, they had a couple of decent little plays. Unfortunately, they also had some penalties that negated some of that, and LOA did get the stop. We'll see if they can learn anything from their positives and take away those negatives.
Yeah, I'd like to see them have a nice drive here. They drove a long way, and it's be good for them to have some, positive experience here. There's a first down, and there's a handoff inside, and they've run that play probably 60% of the time today, and it's just not getting anywhere. There's that inside handoff and trying to go off tackle. It's just not getting enough blocking to have that go. And so some type of play action would be smarter.
Right. LOA getting great penetration with just 3 down linemen, too. That was number 50 on that one, chasing that down. That was Logan Davis. I mean, occasionally they're bringing up a DB to blitz to bring 4, but for the most part, they're stopping these plays with just 3 linemen rushing the quarterback.
Yeah, and then they have 4 linebackers, 4 inside linebackers, and a couple outside linebackers, and then 2 safeties. There's snap, almost dropped. Screen. Ooh. Oh, what a precision tackle that was. Really nicely done. Fortunately, the runner didn't fumble that ball.
Yeah, that was a hard hit. They also missed a holding on number 79, Nathan Bragg. He had his hands in the air, spinning around as the guy was pulling him around and wanting to get a flag. But I didn't see the flag come out.
Well, it turns out to be a better play anyway because they lost the yards and the down as a result of the
Glen Hills is taking a timeout, so we're going to take a timeout. This update brought to you by Madison Car Care on Confederate Road in Madison. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
Down South Diesel keeps them rolling. From maintenance and light-duty repairs to engine swaps, Down South Diesel does it all, specializing in Power Stroke, Duramax, and Cummins engines, offering B&W trailer hitches, ranch hand, cam locker, ready lift, Cognito, Fox shocks, and lots more accessories. Repairs and accessories for most side-by-sides, and offering the full line of Tacticam Reveal Trail cameras and POV cams. Open 7 to 4 Monday through Friday. Down South Diesel, 1011 Commerce Drive, Madison, 706-319-0428.
Doc 103.9.
Welcome back to Tucker Field at Lake Oconee Academy. It is 3rd and 16. Glen Hills has the ball back on their 20-yard line. Scores 21-0 LOA.
Hope people are getting to listen to the LOA band over here.
Yeah, they're right below us, and they're playing nice.
They really are.
Looks like they're heading down to prep for halftime right now. Oh, high snap.
There's a snap. Rolling to the left. Okay, he's open now. He's trying to send that guy down. And what a nice play.
Yep.
The quarterback told him to break down the field on the sideline, and number 11 did that, and he opened himself up, and that's Laverne Robinson, wide receiver, and a beautiful throw.
Yeah, we saw early on their last possession, Glenn Hill's quarterback scramble and pick up a bunch of yards. He went out of the pocket there, and you saw the LOA defense try to converge on him to stop him from scrambling, and he just popped that ball up over the defenders to his wide receiver for another big gain. So that's two very positive plays for Glenn Hills in back-to-back possessions.
Here's the snap, first down. Rolls to the right, throws across the middle. Hit him perfectly. He was coming across the middle. It would have been a 10-yard gain. Hit him in the hands, but he dropped it. Double covered, so it was tight coverage, but he should have held on to that ball. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, because he had him open, but I think he kind of turned his head a little too early, and I think he was a little too worried about those defenders around him, even though he had a little bit of space there.
Hearing footsteps.
Yep. Defense still more or less in man-to-man with 3 linemen.
We have a triple out wideouts here on the short side of the field, closest to us. There is the fake, and he is trying to get away. Oh, he has gotten away. Now there is a flag down, wide open. And
he's going to score a touchdown.
Yes, I think so. And good speed down the line. That's number 9, Gaden Guillemette. And
we got 2 flags down over here. I'm wondering if this comes back.
I would think that it might.
The Glen Hills sideline is not celebrating a whole lot, so
no.
Let's see.
May have been some type of hold. Looks like they're signaling holding.
And that was another situation. LOA, I mean, they blew it up. They broke the play on defense, but Glen Hills was able to improvise and make something out of it because their quarterback was spun around by his jersey, scrambling all over the place, and kept his head up and found a receiver.
What are they doing? They don't seem to be coming back.
There's 3 flags on the field now that I see. The referee's over there talking to the coach, explaining what's going on. Waiting to hear.
Okay, they're bringing this all the way down to...
They haven't put the points on the scoreboard yet.
Yeah. Oh, the touchdown is good. So face mask and a touchdown, and so they're setting up for the extra point.
So that's now 21-6.
So that was a really good play because now that shows you that the cornerback for LOA should have not departed from his man.
Right. And that's the second time Glen Hills has taken advantage of that now.
And then worked into a 70-yard play.
Mm-hmm. So they're going to go for 2.
Interesting. Maybe they don't have a kicker that they have confidence in. Okay, he's going to run straight up the second. No, there's nothing there.
So with 8:22 left in the half, it is now 21-6 Lake Oconee Academy. Each week, Rail EMC is proud to salute the hard work of the on-field performance of area high school linemen. We'll announce this week's Lineman of the Week at the end of the game. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
Think about all that's important to you, your family, your possessions, your future. Tina Gregory from Country Financial reminds you all it takes is one phone call to her, and she'll be there to help with insurance to protect what matters most, and financial services that help you prepare for the future. Best of all, Tina aims to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. For coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call Tina Gregory at 706-942-6001 to chat about your insurance needs today.
Doc 103.9.
And we're back at Tucker Field at Lake Oconee Academy. Glen Hills showing signs of life, scoring on a broken play, making the score 21-6 in LOA's favor. Glen Hills kicking off. And it looks like they have awarded those penalty yards for the face mask on the touchdown play on the kickoff. So Glen Hills is going to kick off from the LOA 45-yard line.
Well, it's a good opportunity for them to pin back LOA a little bit. This would be one where it'd be good if they could squib something down that's bouncing around at the goal line and allow their team to cover it and try to hold them inside the 20. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, big boy kicking it too.
Yeah.
Here's the kick.
Oh, popped it up. Hit it too low, popped it high.
Yep.
Only carried about 15 yards, was caught by LOA and downed immediately.
Yeah, number 13, Troy Evans with the smart play. Didn't try to make something out of it. He just fell right on top of that ball as soon as it hit the ground. So good heads-up play by Troy Evans.
LOA has the ball on the 29-yard line. First down. 8:21 to go in the second quarter. 21-6, LOA leads.
LOA in the shotgun, 2 running backs back there with quarterback Jake McDonald, 1 receiver to the near side.
I've been impressed by Jake McDonald. He really is he's very strong arm. That one he threw away a little bit. He didn't take the step forward.
Yeah,
he should have let that the running back that he faked to pass a little further so he could then step forward and make that throw.
Yeah, they're just trying to run a little quick slant to Ty Hyder there, and he just let him. I mean, you'd rather him make that mistake than throw it behind him. You throw it behind him, that's probably an interception going to the end zone, but he just led Hyder by a little too much.
Second and 10 from the 29, 8:17 to go in the second quarter. There's a snap, hand off to the left side, pickup of about 4, and it will be 3rd and 6.
Now is Marcus Rhodes again with a few yards. And we've mentioned his name a lot. He's got 2 touchdowns. He's got a handful of yards running and receiving. He has also taken some pops tonight. He got hit twice pretty hard on that play.
Exactly.
And you can see him kind of like, ooh, that hurt a little.
Yeah, he's bouncing a little bit.
Yeah, now he's bouncing up and down like, okay, I'm in this.
Yeah, he's trying to shake that off, I think. Yeah.
So 3rd and 6.
All right, let's see what okay, he's actually in a flanker spot on the right side. Now he's in motion, and there's a handoff right up the middle. I don't think they have enough for a first down. We'll see. It's going to be very close.
Stembridge pushed the pile, though. He was hit only about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage and pushed it for about 3 more. But it does look like they're going to bring out the punt team here. Maybe.
Oh, I think they may go for it, actually. Let's see.
I mean, it is 4th and 1.5. 4th and a long one.
That is a long one.
It does look like they're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it. Now, what they may try to do is they may try to draw them off sides.
I think this is going to go straight to Stembridge. Yep, it is.
It is. Straight snap.
And he's got it easy.
Oh, he's got way more than that.
Tripped up.
1 man to beat, and he did get stopped. He got tripped, and they were able to stop him. But, boy, good play.
Yep, he slashed right through that line. The offensive line opened up a huge hole for him. And, yeah, I mean, if he got – somebody slapped his ankle on the 45. If that doesn't happen, he's in the end zone right now.
He's had a wonderful first half. I would say he's close to 100 yards.
Yeah.
If not over. He's really, really had a great first half.
Again, we're seeing LOA with that just methodical pace down the field, taking their time, running clock.
Snap, and we got it. He's picking up 1.
Seeing LOA kind of get back to basics now after that. I mean, it's hard to say that it was unsuccessful on their last drive. They scored a touchdown, but it was kind of in fits and starts. Now we're seeing that smooth, deliberate run game we saw in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they've played. They've done a really good job. That's a pitch to the outside, and it looks like a first down. Well, certainly a first down because they only needed a half a yard, but that was a nice little run to the outside.
That was Marcus Rhodes again getting the pitch, and again taking some hits there. There are about three Glen Hills players on top of him at the end of that play. He might be a little sore tomorrow.
I would think so. I would maybe give him a little rest in the third quarter, perhaps. If they can get a score here, go up by 3 touchdowns, maybe he should take a little time off.
Right.
It's a beautiful field here. Done a really great job. Big crowd for the home team, and they're doing a nice job. Rolling out to the right, looking for the throw. He's being pursued. He throws it away. Actually, he didn't. He should have thrown it away to the outside, but because that had a chance to get picked off.
But he had Ty Hyder again in the end zone. It was well covered, but that's what he was trying to get to.
Yeah, it was a good throw. It made it to only where his guy could catch it, and it ended up being broken up, but it didn't get intercepted. I'm sure they're using this game to work on a few things that'll get them ready for their league season coming up. We think it's next week they'll be starting league play.
Well, actually, LOA does not. They play Landmark Christian next week, but I think everybody else plays region games next week.
Second and 10, man in motion again, hand up straight up the middle, and that is a first down.
Now is number 19, Alden Barreras, fullback.
Yeah, now we haven't called him very much today, so give the blocker some reward, right? Let him have a few carries here.
We got a player with a shoe malfunction. Looks like he's got it fixed now. Maybe. Not quite.
I don't know.
He's looking at the sideline asking for a timeout. Coach is shaking his head. Not for your shoe. Figure it out. All right. I think he's okay.
I don't know.
Well, he's gonna play.
Yeah, he's gonna play, but I don't think it's on. If I was the coach, I'd say get over here and get this shoe fixed. Yeah, because he's falling down.
Yep. Ooh,
look at him. It's definitely come on in, and replace him for the.
So they ran a little speed option to the right. Jake McDonald, quarterback, kept the ball, ran it up for 4 or 5 yards, and he fell down so that he could get.
It's an official's timeout.
Yeah, he could get the official's timeout. So we're going to take a quick break. This update brought to you by State Representative Trey Rhodes, proudly serving as your state representative from District 124. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
For the best flooring deals on dry land, it's Madison Flooring. Lake Country family owned, Madison Flooring sells and installs hardwood, waterproof flooring, tile, laminate, and vinyl, plus countertops and custom interior rugs. Entry level to top quality, Madison Flooring has your best price with discounts for teachers and first responders. Shop the 8,000 square foot showroom on Eatonton Road in Madison. Open 8 to 6 weekdays, 10 to 2 Saturday. Madison Flooring.
Doc 103.9.
There's a snap, a handoff right up the middle to number 19 for a touchdown.
There were looked like fireworks going off with all the flags that got thrown, though. Every ref must have seen the same thing. They all threw their hankies. I'm not sure what it was, but
Alden Barreras. I don't think we've seen him very often.
He was the one who had the good run just a minute ago, but I think this might have been a false start on LOA. Yep, that's what the players are saying. So this is going to come back. And it's a shame because that was a good run by Alden Barreras.
Very good run. 19 yards straight up the gut.
And now we have a timeout by LOA. So this update brought to you by Greene County Sheriff Donnie Harrison and the Greene County Sheriff's Office. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
Hey y'all, it's Mary from GMC. Did you know that Georgia Military College offers a place for you to earn your college degree with a side of Southern hospitality right here in Middle Georgia. The main campus of Georgia Military College, located in the heart of Milledgeville, is the perfect place for you to start your journey to a college education or pick up where you left off. We're enrolling now for all upcoming terms, so call 478-387-4846 today to get started.
Doc 103.9.
And we're back.
Looks like we're waiting to start up again. Is any scores you want to highlight, perhaps?
Let's look at that. Let's see. Laney is now leading Greene County 30-0 at the half. Ouch. Washington Wilkes up 22-8 over Butler. Teams are back on the field now. It looked like all those flags, they called false start, but I think they also called something on Glen Hills. So those offsets, we're just right back where we were. 2nd and 2. Jake McDonald under center.
There's a snap up the middle, back to number 19,
he's still churning.
He had a touchdown called back just shortly ago, and
it's going to get the first down.
Alden Barreras again.
He wanted that touchdown too. He kept those legs moving. He was moving the pile. They never brought him down. The refs blew it dead after the pile stopped moving. But that's going to be 1st and goal now on the 5. We're in the red zone here. LOA has scored on all 3 of their possessions.
There's the snap. Give it to Barreras again.
He's
Give him the reward. Easy touchdown. Untouched.
So it was all
we got a flag after the play.
A lot of flags after the play.
A lot of flags after the
Looks
play.
like some extracurricular activities. Let's see.
Unsportsmanlike or something, perhaps. I've never seen 4 flags, 5
Again,
flags, 5 flags. All flags have been thrown. Every ref has thrown their flag. They
Let's
didn't
see
like
who
what
they
they
call
saw.
that on. It might want to be one of those where everybody kind of gets a flag just to cool heads. There was a little jawing, some face masks in other face masks. All right, got to clean up all the litter and then decide what happens here.
It felt like it was after the play.
I think so,
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
it felt like there would be the touchdown, and maybe it pushes back the extra point.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to – I'd be shocked if this negates the touchdown.
Because it did feel after the play. Let's see what we've got.
They're coming to explain it to Coach Stewart.
Unsportsmanlike on both sides, nullifying the play, I think.
So it's unsportsmanlike on both teams. They're going to offset.
And they'll go back to 1st and goal?
No, they're going to kick. Inistros is out there. They're going to count the touchdown.
They count the touchdown. It's because it's after the play.
And to our listeners who may not know, it doesn't really matter yards-wise and penalty-wise, but they do keep track of who gets those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. You can only get 2 in a game, and you're thrown out, so they're letting them know.
That kick is good.
All right, that makes our score now 27-6 LOA with 28-6. 2.5 minutes left in the half. This update brought to you by Madison Car Care on Confederate Road in Madison. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
Jeff Francoeur here. As a farmer, I know the importance of Georgia Farm Bureau's advocacy work on behalf of farmers. I also know the importance of being part of a team. The Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance Company is always the home team, supporting our local communities and offering affordable home, auto, and life insurance for Georgia families. Georgia Farm Bureau, always the home team.
See David Urshanda at your Greene County Farm Bureau Insurance Office on South Main Street in Greensboro. Call 706-453-2677.
Doc 103.9.
And we're back at Tucker Field at Lake Oconee Academy for the game of the week between the Lake Oconee Academy Titans and the Glen Hills Spartans. LOA scoring on their last drive, making the score 28-6. There was some unsportsmanlike conduct by both teams in the end zone after the play. You don't like to see that, but I do like to see the refs handling the situation, passing out flags and penalties, getting those on the books. LOA, Leo Inestrosa lining up to kick off. He has kicked. Last time he squibbed it, but all of his kicks have gotten near or out of the end zone.
2:32 to go in the first half. And here comes the kick. A very nice kick down to the left side. It looks like he caught it on the 10, and then he stopped.
Oh, thrown down.
Stopped at about the 12. So he caught it at the 10, and he went laterally all the way for half the field and ended up being basically stopped at the 12.
Now it's Dylan Hyder putting the WWE moves on him there at the end of the play.
This is where they tell you to run up the field.
Right, yeah. He was trying to make something happen going side to side, and it just wasn't anything there. Now, Glen Hills did score on their last possession. LOA had the defense was playing well, but when they were breaking up plays, Glen Hills was able to keep their head about them. The quarterback look up the field and make some beautiful passes for a touchdown. Let's see if LOA can keep them out of the end zone these last 2.5 minutes and go into the half up big.
Now, if you're Glen Hills, you probably don't want to take a big risk here. Maybe you run the ball a couple times, try to get yourself a little bit more field position, and then take your spot. But no, he's throwing right away, and he's going to be tracked down, and he throws it away incomplete. It was a smart play because he had a man in front of him and a man behind him in terms of double coverage, and he threw that ball at his feet where only he could catch it.
Right, and his receiver had 2 men around him too, so he just kind of threw it at his feet. So yeah, good heads up play there by the quarterback on a play that wasn't gonna work.
But if he throws again 2 more times and doesn't get anywhere, they're going to punt.
Yeah.
LOA is going to get good field position, and you could end up going down by another score. There's a snap. He's dropping back. It looks like some type of a screen, but it was dropped and really broken up, I think, really by LOA.
And that was a good play call by Glen Hills because LOA was very obviously bringing the heat. They had no safety up high, but they just, I'm not sure who he was trying to throw it to, but it didn't get to him and ends up being nothing. And like you said, we're now 3rd and 10, and only about 5 seconds have run off the clock. So if they don't get something here, LOA could get the ball back with another chance to score before halftime.
Now we've got number 1 loosening up here on the sideline. I wonder if we're going to see a new quarterback for LOA.
I would probably assume they won't do that till the second half, but who knows?
Okay, 3rd and 10. There's a snap. It's looking back. LOA is playing a prevent type of defense. They're not sending a lot of people. That's thrown deep. Oh, that was pretty close. I think he was going more for the man than he was for the ball.
But it worked out.
It did work out.
That was number 6, Cam Jeter again, and I like Cam Jeter. He likes to hit. So he was going for his man, not for the ball. But he breaks the play up. And so it is going to be 4th down with 2 minutes, 10 seconds left.
Yeah, they just really, that was a little bit of a mistake, I think. I think they should have tried a few runs, see if they could get it, open it up once you've got a little bit more field position. Now you're punting deep in your own end zone, on the end zone line.
LOA most likely going to get good field position here.
Yeah, oh, he snaps it almost over his head.
Almost blocked.
And he just barely gets it off. It's going to bounce, and LOA should leave it alone. That went off his foot.
It went off his foot.
It went off his foot, and I think that is Glen Hills.
Glen Hills is going to get the ball at about the 49. They're saying it did.
I can't believe that.
Hang on. I think the ref gave the wrong signal. I believe it did go off the foot, and it is going to be Glen Hills' ball at about the 49-yard line. I think the ref pointed the wrong way. He pointed like LOA got the ball, but then he hit his leg.
They're giving it to LOA. it did seem like it was recovered, and it did seem like it hit
Yeah.
the foot of the LOA receiver.
Let's see.
There's quite a bit of confusion here.
Ref's coming over to talk to Coach Stewart and explain what's going on.
So personal foul was on Glen Hills.
And as annoying as this may be, waiting for the refs to this is kind of the third or fourth time it's kind of taken them a while. It's important. They want to get it right. And so they're taking their time, making sure everybody understands what they called, why they called it. It's just not great radio.
And it's hard
since buffer music, a little waiting.
Yeah, and since we can't figure out what's going on,
get the Jeopardy theme going.
Yeah, there's not much for us to kill time on. Other than that's a nice center emblem on the football field. That Spartan,
the Titan
really
head is a good.
Yeah, it's not a Spartan, it's a Titan.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right. Okay, now I think we're going to get an explanation. Maybe not yet.
They're going to both sides.
I'll take this moment to do my normal pitch that if you are ever at a high school sporting event and you're frustrated with the refs, the GHSA is almost always hiring umpires and referees for all high school sports. There's a huge shortage nationwide, but especially in Georgia. So if you think you can do better, they'd love to have you, and you will get paid.
That's a very nice public service announcement. All right, they seem to be bringing the ball all the way back.
So are they going to re-punt?
Oh.
Yep. So they called a personal foul on Glen Hills. They're electing to re-kick. I guess because it's going to be half the distance to the goal. So they're
so LOA must have chosen that.
They must have picked that. So Glen Hills punter is going to be punting with his heel basically on the back of the end zone.
Yeah,
LOA brought pressure last time and almost got the block. Let's see what happens here.
There's the snap. There's the punt. It's a line drive. Got it away. Stay away from this. It's basically the same location.
You got a 2-yard difference.
No, I think they're going to call it back here because it did hit his knee.
Yeah, it hit the knee of the Glen Hills player.
It's on the 47 instead of the 48. So after all that, they did gain a yard. They made the right choice.
Gotta love it. So we're gonna have a minute 44 left. If I had to guess, I'd say that LOA will probably run the ball and see what they can get, and if they can get a good gain on first and second down, they make a shot to the end zone.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
And if you don't get much, you take a knee and head to the locker room.
And I don't think the game is really in question at the moment. So
right. We do have one-on-one to the near side with Ty Hyder. If he beats his man, he's wide open.
Yeah, and he's playing actually too close, to be honest with you, because he could get blown by. Let's see what happens. There's the snap. They're going for a pitch. It's going to be a quarter. It's going to be a halfback pass.
And he's got Ty.
And he's got him wide open.
Oh, he dropped the ball.
He did. I think it might have been, he might have hand-checked that out. I think he may.
Yeah.
It was a little underthrown.
Yeah. So
he had him by 3 steps.
So they tossed it to Cam Jeter, who pulled up to throw it. They had Ty Hyder open, and you're right. Jeter just underthrew it a little bit.
It was a good play.
It was.
You know, it is a little rubbing it in to do a trick play like that with the score the way it is. But, you know, they've got to work on these things, right?
Exactly.
To see these things in real life.
And you see why Cam Jeter, great defensive back, good wide receiver. That's why he doesn't get to play quarterback. All
right, number 11 down here on the side. He's a big wide receiver. All right, and they're giving him some room. All right, here's a handoff on the inside to the right, and it looks like he's going to get only a yard or two.
Yeah, that was Jeter again on the sweep. Got a couple yards.
Who's calling a timeout?
Looks like LOA. Yep, so that'll be a timeout for LOA. We'll also take a timeout. This update brought to you by the Greene County Sheriff's Office and Greene County Sheriff Donnie Harrison. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on OSN.
Mr. C's Rent-to-Own in downtown Greensboro offers name-brand furniture, electronics, and appliances at low, affordable weekly or monthly rates. And at Mr. C's Pawn Shop, they'll pay top dollar for almost anything of value. Find out why your locally owned and operated Mr. C's was voted the best pawn shop in Georgia's Lake Country. Got some stuff you don't need? Bring it to Mr. C's for cash. Mr. C's Rent-Own and Pawn Shop on West Green Street, downtown Greensboro.
Doc 103.9.
We're back at Tucker Field at Lake Oconee Academy. We have 1:34 seconds left in the half. LOA is leading 28-6. It is 3rd and 8 coming out of the timeout.
Do
LOA,
we know the story of the naming rights of Tucker Field?
So Dr. Otho Tucker was actually the founder of Lake Oconee Academy, and the legend I heard is he did not want the stadium named after him, and they did it anyway.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard. All right.
I think we just heard some inside baseball there.
Oh, that's going to be offsides on Glen Hills, so LOA is about to get some free yards.
Yeah, they jumped.
And we've seen Jake McDonald with the hard count get him to jump a couple times tonight.
Still 1:34 to go. Plenty of time. It is 3rd and 3 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same thing again. Do that hard count. See if you can get him to jump again. Jake's under center again. Stenbridge in the backfield. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout, Glen Hills. They didn't like something they saw on defense, so while they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout. This update brought to you by Madison Car Care on Confederate Road in Madison. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
Greensboro Tire Pros has been servicing vehicles reliably for generations. Family owned and operated for over 42 years. They're here to make certain your car or truck is keeping its promise to you. Their straightforward approach to tire and auto service includes nationwide warranties, honest advice, and a great selection of Continental tires for passenger cars, trucks, and SUVs. Take the stress out of tire shopping. Install Continental tires today at Greensboro Tire Pros. Visit in-store or online anytime at greensborotire.net.
Doc 103.9.
And we're back at Lake Oconee Academy for the Game of the Week between Lake Oconee and Glen Hills out of Augusta. The score, 28-6. We got just more than a minute and a half, 1:34 seconds left. We're still in a timeout. Let's look at our scores around the area. Greene County still at halftime, down 30-0 to Laney. Hancock Central down 6-0 to Warren. Lincoln County up 14-3 to Elbert County. That is a score that's a lot closer than I would expect. That's at halftime. Unless Elbert's a lot better than I thought they were. All right, we're out of the timeout. LOA on the field. Jake McDonald at quarterback, under center. Number 4, C.J. Stenbridge, the running back behind him. You got one wide receiver, Ty Hyder, to the right side. They're giving him a good bit of buffer after he's burned his defender a few times tonight.
3rd and 3, 1:34 to go. Here's the snap, handing off to the running back or the flanker who was kind of coming back as a running back. Number 35, that is Griffin Stanford.
We've seen his number called. He's known as the Mike linebacker on defense.
Exactly. So he's linebacker and a running back or flanker.
And something we're seeing is guys like Griffin, Marcus Rhodes, cycling in and out at those flanker positions, so they are fresh legs all the time.
Yeah, there's a pitch to the outside, and that looks like a gain of 5, perhaps. Yep, looks like gain of 5.
That was
2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, they're calling it.
Yep, Cam Jeter pulled down by his jersey after a pretty decent little gain. Clock continues to run,
It does not continue to run. There's some Who has called a timeout?
Oh, it's still running.
Okay. It just needed a rest,
Yeah.
I think, apparently.
Just had to catch up.
Okay, 50 seconds. Let's see. I think, they're in scoring range. They might as well try to take a couple shots here. There's the pitch outside. Number 35. He has broken through, and he's gone.
Touchdown. So Stanford, that was the Griffin Stanford coming around in motion out of that flanker position again, takes the toss. He had two men in front of him and just made a couple little nifty moves, shot through, and he was in the end zone.
He's listed as a linebacker, but I think he might get a little more flanker action. That's not one of the spots, one of his positions that's listed. So that could be interesting.
So we'll see Leo Inostroza come out now 34-6, see if he can tack on the 35th point.
It looks good to me.
So that makes the score 35-6 with 36 seconds left in the half. Each week, Rail EMC is proud to salute the hard work of the on-field performance of area high school linemen. We'll announce this week's lineman at the end of the game. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
The ultimate summer essential, sunglasses for the adventurous at heart. The Sun Center at Lake Oconee Eye Care keeps you stylish and protected, offering the brands you love and premium UV protection with a wide range of classic to trendy designs and vibrant colors. Express your unique style while enjoying the summer sun. Pick up your favorite sunglasses from the Sun Center at Lake Oconee Eye Care and let the adventures begin. The brands you love are at the Sun Center at Lake Oconee Eye Care. Stay stylish, stay protected.
Doc 103.9.
And we're back at Lake Oconee Academy. LOA just tacked on another score right before the half, so it is now 35-6 with 36 seconds left. Leo Inostroza lining up to kick off again to Glen Hills. We've seen one possession by Glen Hills where they were able to move the ball and take advantage of some busted plays, but that's really all they've had going for them so far.
Is closer to kick off for the Titans.
Here we go. Put toe to leather. He booms
Wow,
it.
that's a very nice kick.
The Glen Hills receivers didn't even move. They said, that is going. We're not going anywhere.
That had a chance to stay out of the end zone.
Yeah, that hit the back of the end zone. Yeah. That's impressive. He's got a leg on him.
Well, it's nice to see the home team in control. We've had a few weeks of visitors.
It's good to call the winning team this time on the end of a lopsided score. So let's see what Glen Hills does. I wonder if they...
I would probably take a knee here and just let's go into the halftime and regroup.
But it looks like they're coming out in four wide, quarterback by himself.
They are.
So it looks like they might be trying to take something deep. I'm kind of with you. I would probably run the ball one play. They have a timeout left, I think. No, they don't. So it's either take a knee or go for the end zone. We got some confusion for Glen Hills.
Lots of confusion.
Guys running on and off the field. All right, looks like they're ready. In the shotgun. Oh, bad snap.
Oh, no, bad snap. He fields it. He's going to just sit down. All right.
So he took a knee. They stopped the clock.
Oh, no. Did LOA have a timeout?
Oh, I think LOA's going off the field like it's halftime.
Yeah.
They didn't take the timeout, and Glen Hills is going off the field like it's halftime. So I think that's just a clock operator error. It's going now. They're going to run that down. That's going to be it for the first half. So after the first half, LOA leads 35-6. We got 15 seconds to burn off here. LOA really just putting on a clinic, especially running the ball. And there's the buzzer. So this update, has been brought to you in the first half, brought to you by State Representative Trey Rhodes, proudly serving as your state representative from District 124. We're going to throw it back to the studio for an update, and then we'll come back here in about 10 minutes. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
WDDK Greensboro, Madison, Eatonton, a proud member of the Oconee Radio Group. Doc 103.9.
It's gig season, and that means Sparklight has 1 gig internet to cover every room and power every device every day. Get reliable 1 gig internet on our fiber-fueled network for $29.95 a month for the first 3 months. Available with intelligent Wi-Fi powered by Eero. Call 888-998-8630 or visit sparklight.com. Sparklight, always working for you. Auto pay and paperless billing required for promotional rates, $69.95 a month for months 4 to 12. Regular rate $90 a month. Equipment, taxes, surcharges, and fees not included. Eero and all related marks or trademarks of Amazon.com Inc., Eero LLC, or its affiliates. Restrictions apply.
Arcilla Mining and Land Company is hiring both Class A and Class B truck drivers for local hauling. We offer affordable health, dental, and vision insurance, company-paid life insurance, matching 401k, and driver retention bonuses. Arcilla Mining and Land, an equal opportunity employer and drug-free workplace.
Learn more about Arcilla Mining and Land Company, including why you should join the Arcilla Mining team. Visit arcillamining.com. To apply, find Arcilla on Indeed.com and on Facebook.
In today's world, it's more important than ever to have a place you can come and unwind. Somewhere you can relax and be yourself. At Amici, we've been proudly serving as a community living room for the last 27 years. No stress here, just great food in an environment where you can kick back and catch your breath. So why not leave the house tonight and come home? Visit us online to find your neighborhood Amici. Amici, come in, grab a bite, relax.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to feel stronger, healthy, and more energized? Underground Strength and Wellness is Lake Oconee's new walk-in clinic for prescription weight loss, hormone replacement therapy, thyroid optimization, peptide therapy, IV hydration, and vitamin injections. Get direct, personalized care from our nurse practitioner to tackle low energy, low libido, and other healthcare concerns. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, located at 1041 Parkside Commons, Suite 101, next to Frank's Chiropractic. Underground Strength and Wellness, Lake Oconee.
Fixing things just got easier. The new Ace Hardware Madison is right in your backyard on Eatonton Road, featuring brand name power equipment from Gravely, Aaron's, and Echo. Ace Hardware Madison is your outdoor grilling place for Big Green Egg, Traeger, Weber, Blackstone, and more. And when you have painting to do, they have Benjamin Moore, Clark & Kensington, and Royal. For the best brands plus award-winning service, it's Ace Hardware Madison, 2640 Eatonton Road.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Doc 103.9.
Good evening, and we welcome you into another OSN Halftime Report as we check out high school football news from around our area and the state. On OSN tonight, a trio of games for you. Baldwin is hosting Harlem in the Braves home opener in Week 4, with that game on Lake Country 102.3. On Doc 103.9 tonight, Lake Oconee Academy is at home taking on Glen Hills from Augusta. And on WLOV at Military and First Responders Appreciation Night, Washington Wilkes is at Tiger Field playing Butler High from Augusta. We'll get you scores on those games, plus others from our broadcast area in just a few minutes. Checking out this week's composite poll put together by Georgia High School Football Daily from 6 statewide polls. Morgan County moved up to second place this week in Class 2A. The Bulldogs tied for second place with Pierce County this week. In the 6 polls, 2 put Morgan County in second, 2 put the Dogs in third, and the other 2 had them in fourth in the state. On the same list, Thompson dropped 3 spots to 11th. Lincoln County still heads up Class A Division II. The Red Devils claimed the number 1 spot on 4 of the 6 polls. And in Class 3A through A Private, Aquinas held on to 6th place, while Athens Academy moved up 1 spot to 9th. A few area players were recognized by the Daily this week for their performances last week. Aquinas quarterback Turner Stevenson was in the top 5 performers in the state, according to the Daily. He had 22 of 23 passes for 292 yards and 4 touchdowns in the Fighting Irish win over Hepzibah. Also saluted this week, Athens Academy wide receiver and defensive back Keon Standifer, who had 6 catches for 159 yards and 2 touchdowns, plus an interception in the Spartans' victory over John Millage. Briarwood wide receiver Banks Demore was recognized for his 8 catches for 142 yards and 4 scores in the Buccaneers' win over St. Andrews. And Westside Augusta wide receiver Elliott Jackson was singled out for his 7 receptions for 136 yards and a touchdown in his squad's win over Richmond Academy. A few area players have been listed among the top passers, runners, and receivers in the state. Christian Montfort of Morgan County is now the number 8 rusher in all the state with 626 yards going into tonight's action. Athens Academy's Zay Prince is 5th in the state after accumulating 650 yards on the ground. Among the best quarterbacks in Georgia this week, Quintarian Stanford of Wilkinson County. He's 7th in the state overall and tops in Class A Division II with 917 yards passing. Jack Rhodes of Aquinas is the 2nd best receiver in the state in terms of yardage. The Aquinas standout has 488 yards in receptions, which makes him the leader in Class 3A in the state. And the previously mentioned Keon Standifer of Athens Academy is 6th in the state with 425 yards receiving. Lincoln County has been clicking on both offense and defense so far this season. The top-ranked Red Devils lead all of Class A Division II in scoring with 46.5 points per game, and they're tops in fewest points allowed as well, surrendering only 3 points per game so far. Morgan County ranks in both categories as well in Class 2A. The Bulldogs 2nd in scoring at 49.8 points each time out and allowing just 15.3 points per game. That puts them in a tie for 9th in Class 2A. Athens Academy is also in the top 10 in both categories. The Spartans 7th in scoring and 9th in fewest points allowed in Class 3A through A private. In the GIAA, John Millage is 7th in scoring and 9th in defensive points. Briarwood is 10th on both lists. In GHSA news, the association's reclassification committee met Wednesday, and the committee will be asking the association to develop criteria to allow schools that struggle in sports to move down in classification. The AJC reported that some sort of competitive balance approach could be formed to hear appeals of schools asking to move down. You'll recall that the competitive balance proposal was struck down last spring. Also at the committee meeting, a proposal for a point system was discussed to select and seed all 32 playoff teams in each class in most sports, with automatic playoff positions only going to region champions. All proposals must be approved by the GHSA Executive Committee, which will meet October 6th. Also at this week's Reclassification Committee meeting, it was proposed the association go back to 7 classes, with Class A Division I renamed Class 2A and Class A Division II renamed Class A. The classes would be broken down like this. 12% of the GHSA members would go into the top class, 7A, with 13% in Class 6A. Each of the other 5 classes will get 15% of the membership. So lots of stuff to consider by the GHSA before reclassification next school year. We'll take a break and follow that up with the up-to-minute scores for games in our broadcast area, and then it'll be back to your game here on OSN.
Doc 103.9.
Covington Hearth & Home continues to sell, service, and install gas, pellet, and wood products, gas grills, outdoor kitchens, outdoor furniture, and custom fireplaces, gas or wood burning. Jack Frost and the Covington Hearth & Home team are as close as your computer or phone. Log on to CovingtonHearthAndHome.com or call 706-318-4145 and wait till you see their mobile display trailer for gas logs. It's a live burning display that can come to you. CovingtonHearthAndHome.com.
Mike's Tire Depot is your smooth ride specialist. Family owned, family run for 30 plus years. Now with 3 locations providing fast, friendly service and same day turnarounds. Major brands include Toyo, Michelin, and Nitto. Always stocked and loaded with new and used tires, wheels, lift kits, and trailers. Mike's Tire Depot also offers front end and brake work. Open 8 to 5 weekdays, 8 to 2 Saturdays in Madison, Covington, and their newest location on Harmony Road in Eatonton, a mile west of the Pyramid.
A reminder from C.W. Smith Insurance.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
CCW Smith Insurance Agency, your auto owner's agent in downtown Greensboro. Call 706-453-2278.
Hear that? That's how plumbing problems start. This is how they end. With a call to Grimes Plumbing. The Grimes family has been keeping the lake area flowing for 4 generations with trusted, reliable service for your home or business. Repairs, inspections, installations. We do it all. Just give us a call. Call Grimes anytime. Grimes Plumbing, 478-452-9175. That's 478-452-9175. Or visit llgrimes.com.
Oconee Valley Healthcare continues to grow, offering complete healthcare for your family. OV Health welcomes Dr. Grace Ajase, offering complete medical care for your foot, heel, ankle pain, athlete's foot, fractures, diabetic foot care, strains, sprains, and more. Dr. Ajase is located at the OV Health Specialty Clinic at the downtown Greensboro location each Monday through Friday. Be well and log on to ovhealth.org.
Doc 103.9.
And welcome back to Tucker Field at Lake Oconee Academy. It is halftime. Got about 10 minutes left in the half. The score, Lake Oconee Academy leading the visitors from Glen Hills in Augusta 35-6. It's been all LOA the first half with the exception of just a couple of plays by Glen Hills. We've seen basically what we expected to see, a lot of running the ball and a lot of strong defense.
Yeah, they've played really well, really have dominated so far. And, the Glen Hills team is holding up really, quite well. But, they're just such a smaller team size-wise, both in terms of number of kids as well as the physical size. And, I think it would be a surprise if they were to be able to come back in any meaningful way.
Right. And a credit, too, to LOA coaches. We've seen LOA make some kind of boneheaded mistakes on defense, and all of them have been fixed very quickly. We saw that one possession by Glen Hills where they had 2 plays that were broken plays. The quarterback was able to keep his eyes down the field and make something happen. One of those plays resulted in a touchdown. And then the 2-3 possessions after that, absolutely nothing for Glen Hills. So credit to the coaches and the players for LOA making those adjustments and shutting it down.
Yeah, I think it's really, they're really showing that they could do well when they get to their in-league play.
For sure.
As time goes on, because they look strong and they have a very diverse offense as well. They're doing a lot of different passes and runs and reverses and flanker runs and all types of things that are that they're working on here, and it looks good.
And you see so many different guys getting the ball out of these different looks that, an opposing defense can't say, we have to shut down this player. Because, CJ Stembridge is their lead running back, but he hasn't been necessarily the star tonight. He's played great, but if they were playing a better team that was shutting him down, okay, you give the ball to Cam Jeter, or a quarterback, Jake McDonald, takes the ball himself. We've seen Alden Barreras score a touchdown. We've seen Marcus Rhodes score 2 touchdowns, 1 reception touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. We've seen Griffin Stanford, who's typically the linebacker, run the ball a few times. So, yeah, like you said, just a diverse offense by LOA that makes it hard on the defense.
Yeah, multiple weapons, good size. And then let's not forget the defense. The defense have been very strong.
Oh, yeah.
They've done a really good job of shutting down Glen Hills. And so, they're multifaceted, and I think that they have a chance to do something really well here.
Yeah, those 3 linemen that they've had on defense, Logan Davis, Akeem Red, and Nate Bragg, have been all over the ball. I mean, they've been getting penetration on every play and harassing the quarterback, just the 3 of them rushing. So could possibly see one of those guys mentioned at the end of the game for our Rail EMC Lineman of the Week.
Well, I'll tell you what else is impressive. I'm just looking down the roster for the LOA Titans, and there's a lot of 9th and 10th graders and 11th graders on that roster. Very few seniors. This team may have a very bright future when you look at that.
Yeah, they had for listeners who weren't with us last year, LOA had a decent team last year, and they had a ton of seniors. And a lot of those guys moved on. You had Reed Davis actually now playing tight end at Berry College. And so those are some big shoes to fill. And we've seen some of these sophomores and juniors step up. And that's the other thing, like no disrespect to our seniors at all, but those are not names we've been calling a lot.
That's
you know?
right. That's right.
And so a lot of your major role players are going to be here on this field for the next year or 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think it's a bright future here. These coaches been in place for a few years as well?
Most of the coaching staff has been here for 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, so that's good because it gives you stability in a program. It gives you consistency. It gives you the continuous conversations that they have with the students while they're at the school, et cetera. There's not thinking just about this season, but they're thinking about the future. And they probably have a good weight program. They probably have a good fitness program, et cetera, throughout the season that enables this team to be as good as it is.
Oh yeah, shout out to Coach Imhoff in the weight room. He's got all the LOA athletics have a strong weight program. All right, we're going to take a short break, go to commercial. When we come back, we will give you a look at our area games that we're keeping up with, and then we'll preview the second half, and then we'll be kicking off in a little less than 5 minutes. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
Doc 103.9.
Down South Diesel keeps them rolling. From maintenance and light-duty repairs to engine swaps, Down South Diesel does it all, specializing in Power Stroke, Duramax, and Cummins engines, offering B&W trailer hitches, ranch hand, cam locker, ready lift, Cognito, Fox shocks, and lots more accessories. Repairs and accessories for most side-by-sides, and offering the full line of Tacticam Reveal Trail cameras and POV cams. Open 7 to 4 Monday through Friday. Down South Diesel, 1011 Commerce Drive, Madison, 706-319-0428.
Think about all that's important to you, your family, your possessions, your future. Tina Gregory from Country Financial reminds you all it takes is one phone call to her, and she'll be there to help with insurance to protect what matters most, and financial services that help you prepare for the future. Best of all, Tina aims to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. For coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call Tina Gregory at 706-942-6001 to chat about your insurance needs today.
For the best flooring deals on dry land, it's Madison Flooring. Lake Country family owned, Madison Flooring sells and installs hardwood, waterproof flooring, tile, laminate, and vinyl, plus countertops and custom interior rugs. Entry level to top quality, Madison Flooring has your best price with discounts for teachers and first responders. Shop the 8,000 square foot showroom on Eatonton Road in Madison. Open 8 to 6 weekdays, 10 to 2 Saturday. Madison Flooring.
Hey y'all, it's Mary from GMC. Did you know that Georgia Military College offers a place for you to earn your college degree with a side of Southern hospitality right here in Middle Georgia? The main campus of Georgia Military College, located in the heart of Milledgeville, is the perfect place for you to start your journey to a college education or pick up where you left off. We're enrolling now for all upcoming terms, so call 478-387-4846 today to get started.
Doc 103.9.
And welcome back to Tucker Field at Lake Oconee Academy. Leo Inestrosa out on the field practicing kicks. About 2.5 minutes. The rest of the LOA team's coming out, getting ready to warm up. So we'll be kicking off here shortly. Real quick, let's give you a score update around the area. Harlem is beating Baldwin County 20-6. Butler is down 22-8 to Washington Wilkes. Robert Toombs up 7-0 over Briarwood. Lincoln County is leading Elbert County 14-3. Brentwood, who put the beat down on LOA last week, currently putting the same kind of beat down on Thomas Jefferson, 44-8. Gatewood and Mount DeSales tied 7-7. GMC Prep leading Creekside Christian 24-7. Greene County, unfortunately, down 30-0 to Laney. Third quarter just started there. Warren County up 6-0 over Hancock Central. Jasper County leading Jackson 14-12. John Millage leading Bullock Academy 20-6. Jones County up 28-3 over Union Grove. Our buddies over in Morgan County have the game in hand seemingly at halftime, up 33-7 over Cedar Shoals. Swainsboro up 28-14 over Thompson, and Ace Charter leading Wilkinson County 23-13. This update brought to you by State Representative Trey Rhodes, proudly serving as your state representative from District 124. So we'll keep an eye on those. All of those games, by the way, are either at halftime or in the third quarter. We'll try to keep you updated as much as we can throughout this game, especially looking at Morgan County and Greene County. So just we're stretching it out right now. It says 35 seconds on the clock. I'd be willing to bet they throw 2 or 3 minutes back on there as they usually do. So, Fred, second half, what are you hoping to see?
Well, I'd like to see Glen Hills, put up a little fight and try to close the gap a little bit. I don't expect them to win. I think LOA has played really well. I like their game plan. I think they'll continue with more of the same. They'll probably keep the ball on the ground a bit more, perhaps, to, just chew up clock, and they'll be fine, I think, to win. But I would like to see Glen Hills have a little success in this, at least in the third quarter.
Agreed. And they have thrown 3 minutes back on the clock, so 3 minutes till kickoff. I agree with you. I think LOA kind of just needs to stick to what they're doing. I don't think it would hurt them to go a little more conservative and run the ball more and just run this clock down, get us out of here with no injuries. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of these 9th and 10th graders you were talking about shuffled into the game. We've seen some of them already, but there's a lot of freshmen on this list.
Because we were talking and during the break about what a nice mix they have of underclassmen on this team, which bodes well for the future. But then when you have a blowout game like this, where you're ahead, you're doing well, you're solid, it's a great opportunity to get some of those kids selectively into the game and to give them real experience, and which will help them grow into roles for the future.
And I'm not sure how many of these 9th graders also play JV, because there are GHSA rules on how many quarters you can play a week. So that may limit some of them, especially if they're starters on JV. I think you can only play 6 quarters a week. So if they played the whole game on, I guess they played last night, then they wouldn't be able to play until this second half. I agree with you about Glen Hills. I'd like to see some fight. I have been impressed with their quarterback play.
Yeah.
Our roster, as we've mentioned, we don't think it's accurate, but he has thrown the ball pretty well. He's got a good head about him. He's very athletic. He's kept multiple plays alive by just looking up the field, and even scored a touchdown by doing that.
Yeah, I think the roster that they gave us showed 16 or 18 players total. Very hard to field a football team, where you have multiple guys going both ways, and especially if you have any injuries or, tiredness or whatever during the game. So it's admirable how well they're actually playing.
Absolutely.
With such a small team, and physically also. They have a few big guys, but LOA clearly dwarfs them in size, and is part of the reason why they're doing so well.
And as you said, LOA has a lot of guys that play both ways. We've already mentioned Griffin Stanford at linebacker and flanker, running the ball some. But Glen Hills, all of their players both ways. Like when the ball has switched hands, nobody's left the field.
Exactly.
So, hopefully they stay healthy through the game, but we're probably going to see some mistakes possibly by Glen Hills just out of being tired. So Glen Hills did kick off to open the game, so they're going to receive the opening kickoff. The buzzer has gone off to end halftime, so we're going to be kicking off Leo Inostroza.
Looks like they've taken the time down to 12 minutes.
Yep, sure have. So we'll see. We'll
see if they do a running clock as well.
Glen Hills out there ready to receive the kick. LOA kind of taking their time, getting ready to kick off. We have a big difference between last week watching Morgan County, who move so quickly on and off the field. LOA not being lackadaisical, not without purpose, but they take their time. They move deliberately. They move at LOA's pace. does look like the crowd has thinned out maybe a little bit. Some people after the band got done playing said, all right, it's been a long week, but it's still a decent crowd.
And we've had a hot summer, and this is the coolest night we've had so far. People might not have been dressed enough to be able to survive the second half.
All right, we're lined up to kick. Leo Inostroza about to put toe to leather.
Let's see if he can put this one in the end zone like he's done a few others today.
That's
nice line drive. Yeah,
you said it.
Straight through the
right
back.
Right out of the end zone.
Yeah, and you say he's a soccer player as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's that must be tough on his schedule.
He handles it, though.
I assume he's a good student, too.
He is a fine student.
All right. Good.
Let's say football and soccer are higher on his priority list.
Okay. Fine meaning, yeah.
Just fine. No disrespect. I love the kid. He's funny. He's personable. And he likes to learn, but doesn't necessarily like to do homework. All right. Glenn Hill's in the shotgun on the 20-yard line.
You know too much.
I do.
Here we go. Is that a new quarterback? Or is that the same?
I think that's the same one. And he's scrambling.
And he just picked up 9.5 yards, maybe 10. He might have had the first down.
That was impressive.
Yes.
Always interesting coming into the second half to see the adjustments made by both teams. Right now, that after one play, it looks like Glen Hills maybe has something they want to keep doing.
Yeah. Second and 1. He's going to go straight forward. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There he goes. And he has the first down.
He pays for it, though. And there's a flag down, so there might be some kind of face mask or something. So this could add to it. Have had a little bit of sloppy play by both teams penalty-wise tonight.
Looks like they might be going backwards. Let's see. I think he's going to take this back. I think this is on Glen Hills. Let's see. Nope. Something after the play. They tack on 15. So a personal foul.
That must have been, I think that was a face mask.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Confirmation there. It was a face mask. So Glen Hills coming out looking good right now.
Right near midfield on the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. There's the snap. Handoff inside. A beautiful run right through the middle. Wow. Oh, he almost broke that. That's a gain, though, of over 20 yards. Really very, very nice run. And again, number 4, which we don't have the numbers on for number 4, or we don't have the name for number 4, but he's really had a solid game.
He has an LOA coming out looking a little flat. Maybe they kind of thought they had this in the bag. But I'll say I never coached football. I did coach basketball for a little while. It's harder at halftime when you're up big. You know, what do you say to your team when you're winning big? Whereas when you're down, you kind of know what you need to fix. It's just a matter of doing it.
Well, I do see. It looks like they have all their starters in there. I don't think they have any, defensive substitutes. So, okay. Coach is looking, saying there's going to be a pass, and he's right.
Ooh.
And it was a very nice tackle. Very nice tackle, and really only picked up about 3 yards.
That was number 15, Parks Hyam, laying the wood on that one.
Yeah, 4 yards. So it's 2nd and 6. Nice throw. Almost 3/4 of the length or 2/3 of the width of the field to get it out there for only 4 yards. It's always risky to throw out into the flat that far, because someone can step in front of that and be gone. But that he had a pretty strong arm. He got it there. Here's the snap. There's a little movement on the left side that they let get away. Okay, quarterback rolling out. He's looking. He throws. Oh, that's picked off. Yeah, that was. Yeah, he threw into triple coverage.
Yep.
You know, it was just.
Who was that with the pick? That's number 5, Dylan Hyder. One of the, we just said we hadn't been saying a lot of seniors' names, and that's senior Dylan Hyder with the interception.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Yeah, it was a mistake by the quarterback for Glenn Hills. He should have thrown that away. You know, triple coverage, low and high. That he wasn't going to get that in there.
No, he tried to make a little magic like he had in the first half, and Dylan Hyder said, no, I've seen this broken play before, swooped in for the interception.
Yep.
So.
Now, you know, they've got them pinned back. They're on their own 8-yard line. They need to stop, you know, this drive here and try to get good field position and come back, because they did have some good movement of the ball on that drive.
We got a flag. Not sure who it's on. I didn't notice any movement, but
looks like clapping on the LOA side, so I think they're going to move forward 5 yards.
Glen Hill's coach getting in his players' faces after that. Oh, 12 men on the field by Glen Hills. Yeah, that explains coach's attitude. I would be furious too, especially like I said, it's week 4 now. You have 12 men on the field week 1. You're like, okay, we got some freshmen, don't know what they're doing. But week 4, you're supposed to know what to do.
Well, especially when they only have 18 guys on the team.
Yeah, like so
you gotta know where's the 7th guy.
Right. So LOA's got some free yards.
Okay, first down, pitch out to the right, and not much. Very nicely defended. Looks like he picked up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Cam Jeter getting the pitch there. I'm going to say it's 2nd and 3, but it's a long 3.
Yeah, I like the LOA team in terms of the number of skilled players that they have.
Absolutely.
They have a lot of good wide receivers. They've got a lot of good cornerbacks. They've got a lot of good running backs. Quarterback is excellent. Kicker's good. You got to like what you're seeing here. Bodes well for them as they move forward. There's the snap. It's up the middle. It looks like a first down easily, and not sure who carried that ball.
That was C.J. Stembridge again. We haven't said his name in a while, but he was real busy in like the first quarter.
I would say he's probably close to, if not over, 100 yards.
Definitely, yep. So he gets the first down. Now on about the 23-yard line.
And I think it's good that they're, using the ground game to eat up some clock, keep this thing moving along. And taking, every bit of time. Like he's down to 6 seconds on the play clock. 4, 3, 2, 1, snap. That's really nicely done. That's like
Jeter on the sweep.
Yeah, very nice.
He gets the first down.
That's really like college level where they can get, to use that entire play clock.
Well, and something that's interesting that I've noticed is Jake McDonald is coming over to head coach Patrick Stewart before every play to get the play call.
Yeah.
I know from having watched them the last 2 years that they have used hand signals before to get the plays in faster. This is intentional, I think.
Yeah, so
to take a few extra seconds. Yeah.
Good way to kill the time.
Right.
Without a doubt.
McDonald under center again. Stembridge behind him.
Snap. Nice defense there, but broken beautifully.
Yep.
To Marcus Rhodes. He cuts it up and he was tackled or almost tackled behind the line and made 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, that's that play coach during practice. They're going to be watching film and he's going to say, I've heard it 1,000 times. You got to tackle with your body, not your arms. That Glen Hills defender was behind. He was there ready to break up the play, but he just stuck his arms out to Marcus Rhodes instead of wrapping him up, and Marcus was able to just breeze right past him for a few yards.
2nd and 7. Ball on their own 39.
Oh, and we got offsides possibly on Glen Hills.
Seems like they jumped. I didn't notice any movement on the offensive line.
Yeah, LOA put a man in motion, and that's a couple times. Jake McDonald's done a hard snap count that's drawn him offsides, and putting that man in motion has drawn him offsides a couple times too. So that's going to put him at 2nd and about 1.5 yards now.
Yeah, I'd say Jake McDonald has shown himself to be quite a mature quarterback.
He's looked good.
Yeah.
Especially for a sophomore.
Yeah, really. So he's got 2 more years. I would say that bodes very well for this team.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got size, too. And he can throw the ball well. Look at that beautiful inside handoff.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone. That's number 15. Wow, what speed.
That was impressive.
That was very impressive speed. Very nice.
That was number 16, actually.
Oh, 16. Okay, it was
Marcus Rhodes again. That's his 3rd touchdown tonight.
He's well over 100 yards. If not, he might be pressing over 2.
It's impressive.
Very good.
Inestrosa out again for the extra point. LOA up 41-6. Let's see if they can make it 42. He's had no problem kicking the ball so far tonight, so I probably just jinxed him.
I find it hard to believe that LOA had, lost a few games by wide margins, and they look solid.
Yeah.
You know, they must have been just really good.
Yeah.
Better teams, bigger schools, because these guys look good.
All right, that makes it 42-6. The kick is good. This update brought to you by the Greene County Sheriff, Donnie Harrison, in the Greene County Sheriff's Office. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
A reminder from your Greene County Farm Bureau Insurance Agency.
If discounts are the only thing that you're looking for when you shop for auto insurance, discounts may be all that you get. And pretty soon you'll start missing things like coverage and service. But when you talk to your local Farm Bureau auto insurance agent, you'll get the best rate on the coverage you really need.
See David or Shanda at your Greene County Farm Bureau Insurance Agency on South Main Street in Greensboro. Call 706-453-7562.
Georgia Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Georgia Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company, Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
Doc 103.9.
More than green.
And we're back at Lake Oconee Academy. There's 6 minutes, 41 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. LOA leading 42-6. Just scored on a big Marcus Rhodes run. Like you said, he's got to be over 100 yards. I think CJ Stembridge is over 100 yards. They're really putting on a show tonight, which is what they needed to do. They've had 1 close win, 2 close losses, and 1 blowout loss. They needed a big win.
Yeah, well, they certainly are getting it tonight.
And Inestros has been booting it, sending him out of the end zone. Let's see if he can do that again here.
Yeah, not too many high school sophomores can kick from the 40-yard line in through the back of the end zone. And we don't have any height and weight stats, but he's a fairly thin guy.
Yeah, he's not a big guy.
Here's the kick. It's another big boot. And it is into the end zone.
And Glen Hills doesn't even move. Those guys like,
if it's over my head, I'm gonna just let it go through. Yeah, he's been consistent at that, so he can do that every time.
All right, so we saw Glen Hills move the ball pretty well on their first possession of the half, and it was just ended by that Dylan Hyder interception. So let's see if LOA has made adjustments to stop that motion, or if Glen Hills can get right back to it and finish off the drive.
It looks like they now have a running clock going, unless they started it up anyway just after that. But maybe they will let this go for a while. They already cut this number down to 12 minutes, and maybe they'll let it go running. because for Glen Hills, it must be very hard for them since many of their guys are going both ways.
Oh, yeah.
That they've got to be getting tired. But they're still fighting.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
So,
that was a handoff that got bobbled, and that's about a loss of 4. And I would say we are 2nd and 14 would be my
Yep. Glen Hills
estimate.
held on to the ball, but yeah, that was he had to stop to get a hold of the ball, and about 3 Titans were on top of him in a hot minute.
Yeah, they do look like they're dragging a bit.
Yeah, they're tired. They've been fighting for a long time, and like we've said a couple times, almost every single player is playing both ways for Glen Hills.
Here's the snap. He's going to throw down the middle. Nobody there. Well, closest people were.
Yeah, there were 2 Titans in the area.
We're LOA.
No Spartans.
Exactly. Certainly can't blame the lighting. It looks beautiful. You know,
Yep.
They've got a good view of everything, and nice stadium here.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Engel, the athletic director. He was actually athletic director of the year in the state of Georgia 2 years ago. He does a great job here at LOA. Facilities are nice. Teams play well. He does things the right way.
There's very little chippiness that goes on. You know, that's going on here. They're, you know, they're respectful. They're playing hard. But you know, there's not. We've seen earlier in the year in some of the other games a bit of, you know.
I think we got a delay
friction.
of game penalty here. Yep. So that's going to back up Glen Hills even more. And again, this is one of those that if you're a coach, it drives you crazy because we're in game 4. You got to be moving faster than this.
But it's really hard though. Look over there at the sidelines. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 substitute players.
Right.
Very, very. Most of these guys are going both ways. Okay, he's rolling out now to the right quarterback. He's looking to throw. Now he's coming back to the left, and he's going straight ahead, and he's gang tackled. You know, that was he didn't have a lot of support.
No, he tried to make something from nothing and ended up losing yards. So it's going to be 4th down and a country mile.
Yeah, we're bringing a whole new group of guys in. Maybe this is the punt team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So LOA is going to get the ball back probably with solid field position. It'll probably, by the time they get the ball off, be under 2.5 minutes in the 3rd quarter.
Now, this is an opportunity for LOA to put take some of these underclassmen and give them some playing time.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of new faces on this next possession.
There's the snap, and it's blocked
off his own man.
Was it real? He hit it into the back of his own man.
He kicked it off the back of his own man, and it's a touchdown.
By number 10, touchdown.
Ty Hyder picked the ball up off the block and ran it back. Yeah, LOA. I didn't see who it was. The defensive lineman pushed the Glen Hills player back, and by the time the punter got it off, the ball went right into his back. So it was actually blocked by his own man. Ty Hyder picks it up off the deflection and ran it in pretty easily for the touchdown. So it's now 48-6. We do have a running clock going. Leo Inestrosa in for try to make it 49.
And that is good.
So 49-6, LOA. 3rd quarter about to end here. This update brought to you by Madison Car Care on Confederate Road in Madison. You're listening to the high school game of the week on OSN.
Mr. C's Rent to Own in downtown Greensboro offers name brand furniture, electronics, and appliances at low, affordable weekly or monthly rates. And at Mr. C's Pawn Shop, they'll pay top dollar for almost anything of value. Find out why your locally owned and operated Mr. C's was voted the best pawn shop in Georgia Georgia's Lake Country. Got some stuff you don't need? Bring it to Mr. C's for cash. Mr. C's Rent, Own, and Pawn Shop on West Green Street, downtown Greensboro.
Doc 103.9.
And we're back at Lake Oconee Academy where the Titans lead the Glen Hills Spartans 49-6. About to kick it off here with about 20 seconds left in the third quarter. We do have a running clock, so this will probably be the last play of the quarter if they kick before the quarter ends. I'm not sure. They are going to kick off.
There is the kick. And it's another one in the end zone.
A little frustration by the receiver there. Like, come on, give me something to do.
Yeah, quite a bit of frustration from Glen Hills as they watch. That's probably the eighth kick into the end zone.
So that's the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a break. This update. Each week, Rail EMC is proud to salute the hard work of on-field performance of area high school linemen. We'll announce this week's Lineman of the Week at the end of the game. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
Greensboro Tire Pros has been servicing vehicles reliably for generations. Family owned and operated for over 42 years. They're here to make certain your car or truck is keeping its promise to you. Their straightforward approach to tire and auto service includes nationwide warranties, honest advice, and a great selection of Continental tires for passenger cars, trucks, and SUVs. Take the stress out of tire shopping. Install Continental tires today at Greensboro Tire Pros. Visit in-store or online anytime at greensborotire.net.
Doc 103.9.
And we're back. Beginning of the fourth quarter, 12 minutes left in the game. LOA leads 49-6. We just had a kickoff, so Glen Hills is going to take the ball at the 20-yard line.
Looks like we've got some newer guys coming in for the defense of LOA.
Yep, looks like it.
The coaches are out on the field trying to help them
Right,
understand what their role is. We got another new one running in now too. Good. Give these guys some experience. This is exactly what we need. There's the snap. It's a run up the middle, and he has got nowhere to go.
Not much there.
Yeah. Running clock again, as we said. It says 4th and 20. That's not right.
I don't think they fixed it from the previous. Yeah.
That's not right. I was like, what? No, there we go. 1st and 10, but really now second and 10. There we go. Now we go. Okay. On the 10? No, on the 20, but we can't expect everything.
Right. Most of these people are volunteers, so it's not like
including us.
That's right.
so no one should be complaining about us either.
You're lucky we're here.
Exactly.
All right.
Here's the snap.
High snap.
Over his head. He just slipped. You know, the dew is on the field a little bit. You can see the shine.
You can feel it on our roster papers here, getting a little damp. But as soon as that ball went high, he had to jump up and get it. The play was broken, and he tried to scramble, and there just wasn't anywhere to go.
3rd and 10. All right, I think I'd like to see him throw and try to make this first down here. This is would be a good chance to practice.
For sure.
It does quite a shine on that field. It definitely got damp. I haven't felt any drops. It's just dew, I guess.
Yeah, you see this LOA sideline pumped up about the big lead. Coaches having to push them back away from the field because they're just so amped up. Some of these freshmen said, put me in.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're going to have another delay of game against Glen Hills.
All right, they're going over to talk to the team,
Oh, no, I think he called a timeout before the delay of game. So we'll take a timeout as well. This update brought to you by, wrong one. This update brought to you by State Representative Trey Rhodes, proudly serving as your state representative from District 124. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
The ultimate summer essential, sunglasses for the adventurous at heart. The Sun Center at Lake Oconee Eye Care keeps you stylish and protected, offering the brands you love and premium UV protection with a wide range of classic to trendy designs and vibrant colors. Express your unique style while enjoying the summer sun. Pick up your favorite sunglasses from the Sun Center at Lake Oconee Eye Care and let the adventures begin. The brands you love are at the Sun Center at Lake Oconee Eye Care. Stay stylish, stay protected.
Doc 103.9.
And we're back at Lake Oconee Academy where the dew is laying heavy. Things are getting a little moist around here.
It's wet up here.
LOA leads 49-6 with 10 minutes left in the game. Real fast, we do have a final score. Laney defeats Greene County 38-0.
Where is Laney?
I think it's somewhere near in the general Augusta area, but
it's a long bus ride home.
It is, yeah.
All right, dropping back. Looking, he's under pressure.
Sacked. Oh, he's fumbled it.
He may have tried to throw that away, but I would call that a fumble myself.
And the refs didn't blow the whistle.
They did not.
That was 55. Akeem Red on the tackle that forced the fumble. The refs still haven't called anything, whether it was a fumble or not. Oh, they are saying it's a fumble, and LOA retrieved it.
All right, well, so the ball on the 18-yard line.
No, sorry, no fumble. They just said no fumble, but that was still good pressure by 55, Akeem Red. So it's now fourth and 10. Thinking they had a fumble kind of threw LOA off. They're late getting onto the field now.
All right, snap almost over his head. Punt, line drive punt just to the LOA side. Only a punt of about 10 yards.
Yeah, and that might be some of this dew.
Yeah.
That looked like it just slipped off the side of his foot.
Really? It's amazing how this dew has come in. And,
All right, so LOA is going to get the ball back with really good field position. They're already up 49-6. The clock is running. Looks like a lot of the starting offensive linemen have their helmets off on the sideline. They're not going back in.
Nope.
We're seeing a lot of numbers we have not seen, a lot of sevens. We got Noah Angle, the freshman, in there. Luke Hankinson, number 72, the junior. Bryce Shell out there. New quarterback,
number 10.
And he hands it off to Griffin Stanford, who fights his way up about 9 yards.
Ty Hyder. Well, if it's Ty Hyder, they've got him listed as a wide receiver and linebacker, but maybe
I think he may be the backup quarterback if something happened to Jake McDonald, so he's getting some time in there.
Good. Impressive game for LOA. They've got to be very happy. Can't be disappointed with this game. And who do we have next week with them?
Landmark Christian Academy.
And what do we know about them?
And it's also homecoming. They're pretty good. They beat LOA last year in a very close game. Well, we got a whistle.
How far away will they come from?
About an hour and a half. They're in Atlanta.
Okay. And on a school bus, probably 2 hours.
Right. So there's a penalty on LOA.
Well, you got a whole new crowd in there. So
I think there was a little confusion. I'm not sure exactly. So it's 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 7 now. Yeah, you got a lot of ninth graders out there, a lot of freshmen.
It's nice that their roster consists of so many young underclassmen. That means that they're developing a good program and people want to be part of it.
Oh yeah,
and they're gonna be good for a while. There's a snap and the handoff straight up the middle. Number 19, I think he's someone relatively new. Alden Barreras. I don't know that we've talked about him at all.
He had the touchdown in the second quarter. There was that one possession they gave the ball to him like 3 times.
Oh, okay.
And he did well on all 3 times. At that time, the backup O-line didn't give him a lot of running room.
Third and 6. Running clock, 6 minutes, under 6 minutes to go. LOA has the game in hand. We'll see whether they try to throw on third down. We have a backup quarterback in there. It looks like someone's jumped, and I think it's against LOA because I saw movement first on the left side of the line of LOA. No, it looks like it is against Glen Hills.
Marking it off against Glen Hills.
Yeah, I think he was drawn off. I noticed the.
There did look to be a little jump. You're right. Yeah. 5.5 minutes left. LOA with the ball, 3rd and 1 on the Glen Hills 25-yard line.
Ty Hyder, backup QB.
He's going to throw it out to the flat, way over the receiver's head. That was intended for number 7, Jones Brown, another freshman, and he just skied it over his head. So, correct me if I'm wrong. This is only the 2nd 4th down we've seen all night, and the last time they went for it, and they're sending the starters back out there. I think they're going to go for it again. Oh no, they're going to kick. Leo Anostroza get a field goal.
That's a good practice.
Yeah.
That's something that's not really piling on. That's really trying a 44-yard field goal. See whether we can make it. See whether when a game really matters, is this a play we want to do? That's why they bring the whole starting team in to let them play this like it was a real meaningful kick, and they'll determine whether or not this is something they can do in a critical time. And it's a beautiful kick.
It's
no good.
I think it just went barely over that left upright.
Yeah, I agree. Wide left.
Yeah.
But it was plenty of distance.
Oh, yeah, that was good from another 10 or 15 yards.
Yeah, that was plenty of distance. I would say that taught you something that's usable in a big game. And that was good. It was also far left hash. Yeah. So if you're going to miss it left, because the hash marks in the college and high school game are wider than they are in the NFL. And so, that's not easy to hit from that far left hash and a 44-yard kick, into those uprights. So, good thing to try. And I wouldn't call it a failure in any stretch. I think that showed that he's got enough leg to get there. A wonderful run,
and he's up
run, and
past
he went
the
on
50.
the deep on the outside.
There's a flag. It's going to be some kind of block in the back or hold, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. That was unfortunate for them because it was about a 30-yard gain.
If it is a block in the back or a hold, I would be pulling my hair out on the Glen Hills sideline because that was one of the best plays they've had all night.
Yeah, great speed by the quarterback to make it all that distance. Almost a hit out of bounds.
Yeah.
But he the LOA kid did hold back, and they touched each other, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it's holding on the offense, so it's going to be brought back.
What a shame,
man!
What a shame. That'll be a 10-yard from there. It's still a first down. But they're going to go back to the what looks like the 34. Interesting that they're stopping the clock now.
I think the penalty stops it. Yeah, penalties and timeouts, I think, are the only thing that stop it when the clock
they have a running clock.
All right, we have an officials timeout, so we'll take a break too. You're listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
It's gig season, and that means Sparklight has 1 gig internet to cover every room and power every device every day. Get reliable 1 gig internet on our fiber-fueled network for $29.95 a month for the first 3 months. Available with intelligent Wi-Fi powered by Eero. Call 888-998-8630 or visit sparklight.com. Sparklight, always working for you. Auto pay and paperless billing required for promotional rates, $69.95 a month for months 4 to 12. Regular rate $90 a month. Equipment, taxes, surcharges, and fees not included. Eero and all related marks or trademarks of Amazon.com Inc., Eero LLC, or its affiliates. Restrictions apply.
Doc 103.9.
And we're back at Lake Oconee Academy where the Titans lead 49-6. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left. Glen Hills with probably their last possession of the game, trying to put some more points on the board.
1st and 10. I think that
going deep.
He is going deep.
Way
oh,
too
and
deep.
he's
There's nobody there.
Well, there were 4 LOA defenders and 1.5 wide receivers because one was about 10 yards behind. But that was throwing into multiple coverages. Clock is moving.
Two and a half minutes now.
It's interesting. We mentioned it earlier in the game, but the Glen Hills team all having the extra padding on their helmets for safety. Again, I think it's largely because it's a relatively small roster of kids, and you just can't afford to have anybody hurt. And there's another throw long, and, you know, he's having a hard time. You know, he's throwing into, you know, multiple coverages.
He doesn't have anybody open.
There's nobody open.
Yeah.
He should be maybe looking downfield, maybe 10 yards or something to see whether he can find something a little bit more open. But just throwing the long pass for the sake of doing it.
And how LOA's playing off. They're not close on the line at DB, so they're able to keep pace with these wide receivers. You know, they're not getting beat. Number 32, Matthew Vaughn at free safety up there. Don't see him on the field too much. See if he makes something happen.
Throws it out wide to number 3, wide receiver, and he's got a first down. So that was basically almost like a screen pass to the wide receiver, and caught it behind the line of scrimmage, and, you know, carried it 11. Looks like they got him marked short.
Looks like he stepped out before that marker.
Looks like he probably about 8 yards, and it's going to be fourth and 2
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to go for it. You have a minute left.
Yep. It's a running clock. Just absolutely might as well do it. It's a dejected squad on the Glen Hill side. You can understand why, but, you know, they're going to fight to the end.
Look, freshman numbers out here. Number 84, Leighton Benner, freshman.
Look at him.
Playing DB.
Yeah.
You know, you think
Look at
84.
And he's quite.
Oh, and it's an interception.
Interception, 39. Let's see. Oh, wow. What a hit there.
So that was Adrian Dunn, 39,
now
picking off the deflection.
It seemed like the sideline had a very great reaction to him. Is he someone who doesn't play very often?
He's
okay.
Yep,
So
that's huge. They love that.
So that's a big thing. Yeah. So that's
going to be the ball game.
Adrian Dunn.
Yep.
So we'll mention Adrian Dunn as we go out of the game, and you know, hopefully his parents are listening and proud of that interception.
Yeah, because you could look at they're mobbing him.
There they go. That's great. That's exactly how you want to end it. Fantastic job overall.
And that's going to do it. That's the buzzer at zeros. LOA wins. They beat Glen Hills 49-6.
It's been a good night. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
We'll take a break real quick. We'll come back to the stadium briefly, where we'll go down our list of games in the area. I'll award the lineman of the week.
Oh, yeah, we need to hear that.
Yes.
Definitely.
You've been listening, or you are still listening, to the Game of the Week on OSN.
Arcella Mining and Land Company is hiring both Class A and Class B truck drivers for local hauling. We offer affordable health, dental, and vision insurance, company-paid life insurance, matching 401k, and driver retention bonuses. Arcilla Mining and Land, an equal opportunity employer and drug-free workplace.
Learn more about Arcilla Mining and Land Company, including why you should join the Arcilla Mining team. Visit arcillamining.com. To apply, find Arcilla on Indeed.com and on Facebook.
Pizza, wings, and friends. Sure, at Amici we're known for our hot, delicious pizza and steaming, juicy jumbo wings, but we're so much more than that. How about Amici's crisp specialty salads, perfectly balanced pastas, soups, fries, sandwiches, and an appetizer menu that will knock your socks off? So visit us online to find your neighborhood Amici and come home to a place that's got something for everyone. Amici. Come in, grab a bite, relax.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to feel stronger, healthy, and more energized? Underground Strength and Wellness is Lake Oconee new walk-in clinic for prescription weight loss, hormone replacement therapy, thyroid optimization, peptide therapy, IV hydration, and vitamin injections. Get direct, personalized care from our nurse practitioner to tackle low energy, low libido, and other healthcare concerns. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, located at 1041 Parkside Commons, Suite 101, next to Frank's Chiropractic. Underground Strength and Wellness, Lake Oconee.
WDDK Greensboro, Madison, Eatonton, a proud member of the Oconee Radio Group, Doc 103.9.
And welcome back to Tucker Field at Lake Oconee Academy. We've just finished the high school game of the week. Lake Oconee defeated the Glen Hills Spartans 49-6. Just complete domination really all night by LOA. A couple of broken plays led to the one touchdown for Glen Hills. It was all LOA all day. Anything you want to add?
No, I'd just say it was a good game, and they really did well. I look forward to seeing them next week.
Absolutely. So let's run through one last time all of our scores from the area. Most of these are either finals or in the fourth quarter. Harlem is leading Baldwin 41-6. Washington Wilkes defeated Butler 36-16. Robert Toombs up 14-12 over Briarwood. Lincoln County up 24-10 over Elbert. Brentwood defeated Thomas Jefferson 51-14. Gatewood defeated Mount DeSales 13-10. GMC Prep is beating Creekside Christian 45-14. We mentioned earlier that Laney defeated Greene County 38-0. The last update we got was Warren County led Hancock Central 6-0, but that still says the first quarter, so that's probably out-of-date information. Jasper County defeated Jackson 28-12. John Millage beating Bullock Academy 27-12. Jones County defeated Union Grove 42-3. Morgan County up big 46-14 over Cedar Shoals. Thompson up in a close one 42-41 over Swainsboro. And Ace Charter up 23-13 over Wilkinson County.
And Morgan County is now a final.
That's right, 46-14 over Cedar Shoals.
They're undefeated, right?
They
They're a solid team.
So real quick, we need to, each week, Rail EMC is proud to salute the hard work of the on-field performance of area high school linemen. This week's Rail EMC lineman of the week is number 75, Nathan Bragg. He plays center on offensive line and also was one of the players we saw cycled in on defensive line. There were no bad snaps, great protection of his quarterback all night. Glen Hills didn't get hardly any pressure, and Nathan was a big part of that. And he also had numerous pressures on defense. So real proud of Nathan Bragg, number 79, sophomore, Rail EMC lineman of the week. That does it for us tonight. Next week, we'll be back here at Lake Oconee Academy for homecoming, where LOA will host Landmark Christian Academy. I don't have anything else to say. Big win for LOA. They're going to be riding high this week.
Look forward to seeing them next week again.
Absolutely. And we look forward to looking at our other games in the area, our other region games, because this could be a close region this year. So thank y'all for listening. I'm Bobby Craig.
I'm Fred Loader.
You've been listening to the Game of the Week on OSN.
You have been listening to the Doc 103.9 Game of the Week, a presentation of the Oconee Sports Network. Tonight's broadcast has been made possible by Sparklight, Lake Oconee Eye Care, LL Grimes Plumbing, Madison Flooring, Mike's Tire Depot, Mr. C's Rent to Own, Oconee Valley Healthcare, Underground Strength and Wellness, Amici, Arcilla Mining and Land, Country Financial Agent Tina Gregory, Covington Hearth and Home, C.W. Smith Insurance, Down South Diesel, Georgia Military College, the Greene County Farm Bureau, Greensboro Tire Pros, Rail EMC, Greene County Sheriff Donnie Harrison, Madison Car Care, and by State Representative Trey Rhodes. Be sure to join us for high school football all season long on Doc 103.9, the voice of Lake Oconee.